dealing with a swollen knee for about a month. But those are the only 4 on the pregame medical report presented by East Alabama Health for both the Tigers and Wildcats as we continue to count it down to tip-off between Kentucky and Auburn. Coming up next, Andy Burcham's exclusive sit-down with head coach Stephen Pearl ahead of Auburn and Kentucky at Neville Arena. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Get ready, Auburn. The ultimate hunting and outdoor experience is coming soon with Winter Timber Outdoors. For those who know the difference, we've got you covered. From premium firearms and trusted ammo to the largest selection of knives and Sitka gear built for the extreme. Winter Timber Outdoors is your one-stop hunting shop. Plus, check out our lifestyle apparel and our on-cloud running shoes. Find us at 2049 East University Drive across from the Auburn Mall next to Walmart or online at wintertimberoutdoors.com.
Summer's here and the open road is calling. RV Roadway answers the call with new and used RVs from the top brands you trust, all ready for your next adventure. With 2 Alabama locations in Opelika and Calera, RV Roadway is ready to help you hit the road in style. And if you need maintenance, their expert service center keeps you rolling smoothly all summer long. Start your journey at RVRoadway.com. RV Roadway, where we sell RVs for less.
Keeping your money in a traditional savings account is like using the Yellow Pages instead of Google. Outdated and slow. Skip the small, slow returns and put your money to work with the Max Elevate Money Market. You get all the same security of a savings account, plus the ability to earn even more on your money. Get started at mymax.com/elevate or call us at 260-2600. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCAA.
From the thrill of the game to your own peaceful retreat, all in one game day. The Residences at Arbor Lake in the heart of Auburn combines comfort, connection, and calm. A short drive from the stadium and AU campus, the Residences at Arbor Lake is a 35-acre escape with stock fishing lake and private balcony for each unit in the 55-plus apartment community, locally owned and operated. Discover your quiet place. The Residences at Arbor Lake. War Eagle.
Ford presents our exclusive pregame visit with head coach Stephen Pearl. Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. Here's Andy Burcham with Coach Pearl.
When you talked to the team today at the Scout, you talked about how well they had practiced these last 2 days. I was curious to find out how this ball club responded to such a very tough loss on Wednesday. It sounds like they have responded well in anticipation of this ball game tonight.
Yeah, they've responded well all year. To their credit, they've been very resilient. I think part of that is just they believe that this team's got so much more to give and so much more to accomplish with the rest of our season. So they're still dialed in on that, which is great. And that's obviously means that there's still buy-in, which is huge, considering the stretch of games that we've played up to this point. And, now we just got to find a way to get over the hump and get a couple wins down the stretch.
Okay, and getting off to a good start has been a bit of a struggle of late. What's the key to a good start tonight against a Kentucky ball club that has played very, very well of late?
We've got to execute our first defensive possession. The last 4 or 5 games, we've had major mistakes on the first possession defensively, and just, we can't allow that, because then, the other team makes a shot or they get an offensive rebound because we're out of position, and then they have confidence, and we have to do a really good job of making them feel our presence early in this game, which we have not done a good job of over the last 5 or 6. So got to get out to a strong start tonight. Really got to, be the aggressor, throw the first punch, and, we can't be playing catch up in this game.
When you say feel the presence of this Auburn team, give me an example of what that means.
Yeah, I mean, just not giving them uncontested layups or uncontested threes, like really making an impact in ball screen defense. And, when they drive the ball to the basket, don't just reach at it, go grab it with 2 hands and dive it on the floor for 50-50 balls and having violent checkouts. So just, making them feel us more than anything is going to be really important, and really to be able to just really set the tone for how the game's going to be played.
17 minutes of basketball on Wednesday night in the second half. You said it was fun basketball for this Auburn team. What was working well at both ends of the floor?
We were just being aggressive defensively, and that led to them missing shots and turning the ball over. And then we were able to get out in transition and just play free and play fast and just play together. So that's what we're going to look to do more of tonight. Just look to play at a faster tempo on both ends of the floor, and trying to create some offense from our defense, make them take some shots they don't want to take, and then get it and go. And just try and generate what those 17 minutes in the Mississippi State game were, and try and do it for 40 tonight.
Kentucky comes in, 3 really good scoring guards, and then they're big and physical on the inside.
Yeah, I mean, they have 3 guards that lead them in scoring, and we have to do a great job of limiting them, and then they have bigs that they can throw it into to either score, or they actually are pretty good passers, and they're great offensive rebounders. So we got to do a great job up front of really holding our own down there and having physical checkouts. And, we got to approach this game like we did the Florida game. We got to try and, push them around a little bit, and we got to try and punk them as best we can. That's the only way that we're effective in those areas.
How key is a transition game for Auburn tonight?
Yeah, we got to push it because they're really good in the half-court defense, so we got to try and get them when they're on their heels and beat them down the floor. So it helps when you get stops, though. It's really hard to push in transition when you're taking the ball out of the basket every single time. So got to get stops early, and if we can get stops early, we can run on these guys and look to be aggressive in transition and make the easy pass, play off 2 feet, and we'll get some good results.
It's a couple rosters, both Auburn and Kentucky, that are playing a little shorthanded. Auburn's been playing shorthanded for a while. Kentucky is in the same boat, so there's not a lot of rotation out there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we're both dealing with 2 or 3 season-ending injuries. They got one guy that's expected to come back here pretty soon, but yeah, I mean, we're down to 7 or 8. They're down to probably 8. So, I mean, the team that's in the best shape tonight is going to find a way to come out on top.
Lots of orange in the stands as the Outlive campaign culminates here tonight. Yeah, no, obviously, this game always brings back a ton of memories from previous years, and it's for such a great cause, and it's always good to look up and see those orange shirts, because that's obviously money that's being given to cancer patients in the state of Alabama that are, fighting, the fight. And we'll have the name placards around the arena so people can hold up and honor those who have either passed or are currently fighting or have beaten cancer. And that's just a great reminder of who we're doing this for. And, there's blood tests up in the concourse, which I know you were first in line for tonight. There's cheek swabs, and there's just a lot of really good things that you can do to spread awareness and hopefully help save a life. All right, back to the ball game. Give me a key defensively against this potentially high-powered Kentucky offense. Yeah, we got to stop Otega Oweh in transition, because he's really, really good getting downhill and finishing around the rim. We got to do a great job in our ball screen defense, because they set a ball screen on almost every possession. So got to do a great job communicating when we're switching, when we're not switching, and just really be connected. Our guards have to do a great job of communicating with one another, because there's a lot of actions that they can switch on. And they just got to be connected in this game. And then obviously once the shot goes up, we got to do a great job of putting a body on a body and finishing possessions. What is the key if the transition game isn't there and you're going up against a really good half-court defense? Yeah, I mean, you got to read what they do in ball screens if they're going to impact us or be in drops. So we got to set big screens, and our guards got to make good decisions. And when we do get in the paint, you can't play off 1 foot in this game, because they're a top 20 shot blocking team in college basketball. So you got to play off 2 feet, use shot fakes, and if you don't have anything, either dribble it out or get it to the next side. And then obviously guys got to step up and make some shots tonight. Wish you all the best tonight. War Eagle. War Eagle.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories.
like cookouts, cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad, the one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
Jacob Hillman here with you inside Neville Arena as the anticipation continues to build and we approach tip-off between Auburn and Kentucky. We turn our attention to Coach Randall Dickey as it's time for his keys to the game. Presented by Sun South. Coach, what are your keys to victory for the Tigers?
Well, Jacob, as you know, we've been on a little bit of a slide, but we've got to start thinking a little bit more positive. The Tigers have got the number one strength of schedule. We've got 4 quad 1 wins, but we're 7-0 holding opponents under 40%. So that leaves me to number one defense, and we must do it without fouling. Tigers must stay out of foul trouble, and it's not been a problem throughout this year, but the way Kentucky plays could play a factor, could play a big role in this game. And board play on both ends, dominating the rebounding is always you add possessions or you take away possessions depending on how you offensive defensive rebound. And third, you got to level out, be more consistent shooting the basketball at a higher percentage, especially in the first half. The Tigers have had to climb and battle back from poor early shooting. Sometimes when you do that, you dig yourself such a big hole, it takes so much energy to battle back that there's hardly enough to finish. So it's hopefully in the friendly confines of Neville Arena, that could help make the difference. And if the Tigers do those things, they prevail against the Cats.
Let's talk a little bit more about the defense, specifically the guard play. Otega Owe, obviously an explosive guard for the Wildcats. Tigers have had struggles against guards like Josh Hubbard and Darius Akov the last few games. How can Auburn defend Owe?
Well, the biggest thing is if you make shots, they have to take a ball out of bounds. That gives you 1 to 3 steps advantage on getting back in defensive transition where you can pick him up. One thing Owe does, he can get down the floor as quick as anybody in college basketball on an outlet pass, and he is one of the best finishers in the game, and he is really good at doing that. So if we can make some baskets early, get back to midcourt quickly, and flatten him out.
Offensively, Auburn got 50 points out of Keyshawn Hall to Todd Pettiford. Overton came on late, but how can Auburn spread the wealth a little bit quicker than what previous game?
Well, I think we've got to look at the assist statistic on that. Anytime the Tigers have had a high number of assists in the first 10 minutes of the game, they are really rolling because they're sharing the basketball and they got multiple people involved in scoring the ball.
And finally, it's always an electric environment inside Neville Arena. You touched on it a little bit, but getting off to a quick start, getting this crowd into it, it plays a crucial role in how the Tigers play on the floor.
Well, it's one of the toughest places and toughest environments in college basketball, and we need to make it even tougher in the next 3.
We appreciate it very much, Coach. We look forward to your call with voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham. Sun South presents Coach's keys to the game. Sun South John Deere is the preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. As we approach zeros here on the game clock inside Neville Arena, everyone in the arena was given placards as they entered. They will hold them up in honor of those that are battling or have beat cancer or a friend or family member or a story that they've heard that has fought cancer. And it is an initiative that started 12 years ago here at Auburn with former Coach Bruce Pearl and continue now under Coach Stephen Pearl, as many are wearing their Outlive shirts inside Neville Arena. You can go to outlive.com and you can learn more about how you can be a part of Auburn men's basketball's fight against cancer, how you can donate. You can still buy a shirt and continue to contribute and outlive cancer. but we are approaching time for the national anthem, and we will be back with lineups and tip-off for the Tigers and Wildcats after these words from your local station. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Auburn family, it's time to join the coolest club on the Plains, Aubie's Kids Club, presented by Chaffee's. Memberships for the upcoming school year are on sale now. Your favorite Tigers Kids Club offers 2 membership options. They give you awesome gear like an Auburn t-shirt, a men's basketball SEC Champions medal sign, and more. Throughout the year, you can check in at Auburn Athletics events to receive points, earn prizes, and you'll also get invited to special events only available through Aubie's Kids Club. Head to auburntigers.com/kids club to sign up today. War Eagle.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
The Auburn Spirit. It's what drives champions on the field and in business. At the Harbor College of Business, that same passion shapes the next generation of leaders. With a personalized, hands-on approach, we prepare students for success, whether in the boardroom or big moments in life. Auburn Pride. Auburn Innovation. Harbor College of Business. Inspiring business. Visit harvard.auburn.edu to learn more.
At CB&S Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues, recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and #1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're counting down to the opening tip. Time to introduce the starting 5.
Down the right side, step back three to Hahn. Got it! Oh, that's vintage to Hahn. Pettiford. Hesitation move, drives to the hole, hangs, shoots, scores, and a foul on the play. Straight away three to Hahn. Good! That's a nice set play from the 0-on-0. Pettiford at the left wing, 8 to shoot. Pettiford a screen, down the right side, lobs it up there off the glass and got it! Just a teardrop kiss off the glass, but Tahad Pettiford.
Tahad Pettiford, Jersey City, New Jersey, Hudson Catholic High School.
Right wing three, ball Overton, ties the game. Kevin Overton's been so steady for the Tigers. Overton, step back, three ball, yeah! Kevin Overton has made some timely three-point shots tonight. Out of bounds, save. It comes to Overton. Kevin on a breakaway. Overton to the hole, lays it in. Overton. Long three, KO good. Biggest three of the night right there.
Kevin Overton, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Norman North High School.
Out to the top for Keyshawn Hall. They fake it three. He'll pop a three. He makes the three. Hall puts it on the floor, drives, shoots it over Condon and scores. And a foul on the play. Ball against Houck, straight away, three ball, bang! He's on fire right now. Oh, what a half by Keyshawn Hall. Inside the arc, back out, three ball. Good! Oh, boy, you better look out. Keyshawn Hall is on his way. He's heating up in Neville Arena, that's for sure.
Keyshawn Big R Hall, Cleveland, Ohio, James Ford Road.
Inbound, Sebastian Williams-Adams, right side of the lane. Against Tidy to the hole, up and in. 5 to shoot for Auburn. At the top, Sebastian Williams-Adams, three. Bang! From out on top. Corner three, Sebastian Williams-Adams at short. Got his own rebound, drives and dunks it. Holy smokes, what an offensive rebound. That's an emotional lift for the Tigers right there. Overton, low post. Oh, Sebastian Williams-Adams dunks it home.
Sebastian Williams-Adams, Houston, Texas, St. John's High School.
Right wing for Murphy. He'll pop a three. Oh! Gets a screen for Murphy. To Murphy. To the hole. Goes up and in. With a foul on the play. Now to Sebastian. Drive. Back to Murphy. Oh, yeah. Double hand dunk. Murphy at the top. He'll pop a three. Bank it in. Oh. Holy cow. The bank is open in Auburn. That's for sure. Murphy dribbles it across midcourt. Murphy drives it to the basket. And dunks it home.
Keyshawn Murphy, Birmingham, Alabama, Ramsey High School.
The starting lineups have been presented by Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Auburn is 14-12 on the season, 5-8 in SEC play. Stephen Pearl, in his first season at Auburn, a record of 15-12. Kentucky 17-9 on the season and 8-5 in league play. Mark Pope in his second season at his alma mater, a record of 41-21 in his 11th season as a head coach, a record of 228 and 129. Here's the starting lineup for the Wildcats. Denzel Aberdeen at the point, a 6'5 senior from Orlando, Florida, transferred from national champion Florida a year ago, averaging 12.6 points, 2.4 rebounds, and a team-leading 3.2 assists. Otega Owe at one wing, 6'4 senior from Newark, New Jersey, 17.4 points, 4.4 rebounds, 2.6 assists. Sharp-shooting Colin Chandler on the other wing, a 6'5 sophomore from Farmington, Utah, averaging 10 points, 3 rebounds. On the inside, Andrea Jelavic, 6'11 sophomore from Zagreb, Croatia, 5.6 points, 4.1 rebounds. And the 7-footer Malachi Moreno, 7 foot, 250-pound, a freshman from Georgetown, Kentucky. The Kentucky Mr. Basketball a year ago, averaging 8.4 points, a team-leading 6.5 rebounds, and 1.6 blocks per ball game. Tonight, the 83rd consecutive sellout at Neville Arena. Over 9,121 on hand for this one between Auburn and Kentucky. A year ago, these teams played in the final week of the regular season at Rupp Arena. Auburn had not won at Rupp since 1988. Auburn won that night, or that day, at Rupp Arena, and the Tigers came back, and as they were going to Toomer's Corner from the Auburn University Regional Airport, Kentucky had a buzzer beater to beat Alabama, and Auburn was the SEC champion. Not that much on the line tonight, but still plenty as Auburn gets ready for Kentucky. Courtney Green, Todd Austin, and Lucas Santos are the officials tonight. Well, it has been a struggle of late for Auburn to get off to a good start. Randall Dickey, give me your key to a quick start for Auburn tonight.
Well, it'd be nice if you got the tip. We've gotten one tip in the last 5 or 6. It's important to get the tip. If not, you got to start on defense.
Auburn and Kentucky Tigers in the home white, stops and bottoms, blue numerals, orange and trim. Orange are blue numerals and letters. Kentucky, the Kentucky blue, tops and bottoms with the white numerals and letters here tonight. It's a packed house. Folks are ready for Auburn basketball against Kentucky Tigers, looking to snap a 5-game losing streak here tonight.
Well, it's a rumble in the jungle tonight, that's for sure. It's important that the Tigers defend the home court, and let's do it right off the bat.
Tap is controlled by Kentucky. And we are underway at Neville Arena. Kentucky basketball. Moreno at the point to the right wing for Chandler. Chandler picked up by Jahad Pettiford. He drifts left, gets the ball to Owe. Lobs it to the low post for Moreno, and he puts it in.
He got the ball to the paint.
And then Moreno went down after the basket and is still on his face underneath. The basket. I don't know if he came down and rolled an ankle on somebody's foot. It appears to be his left ankle. That is the problem right now. The trainer, the athletic trainer for Kentucky, is coming out to take a look at Moreno. They got the lob from Owe to Moreno as he put it in. And when he came down, he went down.
I think we've seen that a lot throughout the day across America, that a lot of players are rolling the ankles. Players are playing so hard this time of the year. There's so much at stake. And it's on the line. The effort is really there, but it's unfortunate that he's on the floor. Looks like he's going to be okay, but anytime that you roll an ankle over, it's going to get your attention pretty quickly.
Well, he's going to have to come out because the trainer has come on. And as a result, Brandon Garrison, a 6'10 senior from Oklahoma City, comes in as Moreno heads to the bench for Kentucky. It's a 2-0 UK lead. And here's Auburn's first possession. Pass to our left. Pettiford, left wing, bounce pass at the top. It's Murphy. One dribble, two, Hall. Top of the circle, kicks it right wing. Sebastian Williams-Adams drives, bumped into the corner. Hall, a three for the lead. No. And the rebound, Sebastian Williams-Adams, and he was held, I believe, by Garrison.
One thing Keyshawn Murphy does, he moves his feet on the offensive rebound, and he's been doing that exceptionally well lately. Did that again to draw the foul.
Out of bounds, baseline left. Hall will trigger. Out to the wing. Free ball. Overton. In and out. Rebound. Murph back up. Nobody's fouled.
There is Murphy again on an offensive rebound. He just continues to be relentless player, helping the Tigers out on the offense, giving second opportunities. Got a chance for a two-shot foul here.
Colin Chandler whistled for the foul, so two quick fouls in this possession against Kentucky.
I like that idea. That's the way the Tigers are a little bit more on the attack, and the ball movement has really been good.
Keyshawn Murphy at the line for two, 74% from the stripe this season for the senior out of Ramsey High School in Birmingham. First free throw rattles in. Coming off of a career-high 22 points a week ago tonight at Arkansas. His last four games, 13.5 points, 10.5 rebounds, an assist, and a block per ball game. Second free throw, and we're tied.
That's what you got to have happen in a big guy. Tigers pressing early tonight, really getting after it, making Kentucky pick the ball, struggle to get it up the floor.
Aberdeen, bounce pass left side for Garrison. Bounce pass, Yelovich. Yelovich, top of the key. Hands it to Chandler. Picked up in a switch by Seb. Chandler drifts off the left wing. Bounce pass to the top for Garrison. Garrison hands it to Owe. Free throw, fadeaway, 15-footer. He didn't get it. Hall pulls down the rebound for Auburn. Tied at two.
Stance.
Hall at the top. Working on Garrison. Bounce pass, low post. Murphy with the double hand home.
Went straight down, picked it up at the top of the key, went high-low to Murphy, and Murphy slammed it home.
4-2 Auburn. Garrison at the top against Murphy. Off the right wing for Chandler. Chandler back underneath for Garrison. Ball deflected away. Pettiford on a steal. Tahad the other way. Drives it to the basket. Through the lane. And he lost it. Here is Yelovich the other way. Ahead to Aberdeen. Big jump step to the hole, and he ties the game.
That was a quick change of events right there. Turnover right underneath our basket in the two dribbles and a pass and a layup for Kentucky.
Pettiford across midcourt to the right wing. Seb. Low post behind the back. Shot is up and good to Hall.
Tigers are really passing that ball well early in this game, and that's a good sign.
And getting the ball to the low post as well. 6-4 Auburn. Owe, 0-0 for the Cats. Top of the circle for Aberdeen. Gets a screen picked up by Murphy in a switch. Left wing Owe. Right wing Yelovich. Drives on Seb. Goes up for the shot. He missed it. Bank up, tap no. Garrison again put it in.
Well, they got great size. Garrison's really a tall, active big guy. He's a point-blank scorer. He was on the offensive glass for the Cats.
6-6 the score. 17-24 in the first half. Left wing, it's Overton. Bounce pass, Murphy, top of the key. Off the left wing for Overton. Nice pass, low post. Hall to the hole, he missed it. Murphy missed the rebound. And here's Colin Chandler the other way. Pull-up three ball by Chandler. It's good.
Yeah, somebody's got to pick him up. They got a little bit of an unbalanced lineup. The Tigers did on the way back. Did not pick up defensive transition, and they gave up a three.
9-6, Kentucky. Tiger basketball, Overton, top of the circle. KO puts it on the floor, gets a screen. He'll pop a three. He's fouled by Chandler. That's 2 fouls at Colin Chandler.
I think so, boy. That is really big because he just hit a three. He fouled a possession or two earlier. He fouled on that one. He's going to get 3 free throws on this.
Kevin Overton shooting 86% from the line this season for Auburn. He is 59 of his last 64. And we will get a review. And I don't know if they're trying to make sure that this is a three free throws.
I thought the official noted that it was going to be a 3 free throws, but maybe he wanted to just make sure.
And it is.
And it's a good sign because Kevin Overton has moved into the lead percentage-wise for the Tigers at 86%. He and Hall are having quite the battle.
He is 4 points shy of 1,000 for his career. He'll get 3 free throws here. Rip City on that first free throw by Kevin Overton.
I don't think there's a sweeter sound in sports than that ball hitting that net like that.
Second of 3. And there it is again. All right. Moreno back into the ball game after twisting his ankle on his first shot. He is in, so is number 9, Trent Noah. As Chandler sits down, so does Garrison. Noah, sophomore from Harlan, Kentucky.
Yeah, he's another sharpshooter from the three-point line. The Tigers got to get after him.
Overton makes all 3. We're tied at 9. 16:48 first half. Aberdeen up the floor. Left-hand dribble picked up by Hall, just on the other side of the center circle. Left wing, Noah. Low post, Moreno. Moreno against Murphy. Battles his way in. Up with a right hand, he scores.
Well, he was well defended that time, but what a battle between he and Murphy that time. He just actually got the point blank in front of the rim, laid it in.
Overton, or rather Pettiford across midcourt for the Tigers. Bounce pass, Murphy at the top. Puts it on the floor with the left hand, picks up the dribble. Gets rid of it, right wing, Sebastian Williams-Adams, right back to Murphy to Seb. A 3 for the lead. Missed it long. Weak side rebound pulled in by Aberdeen. Kentucky on the break. Owe at the left wing. Left-hand dribble down the left side of the lane. Gets a ball, he lost it. There's a steal. Pettiford the other way with Hall. And Sebastian Pettiford to the hole, lays it in.
That's a beautiful steal by Tahad Pettiford. He goes coast to coast and makes a nice little move. Put a little English on that ball for it to go in.
11 apiece. Kentucky basketball, 15:44 in the first half. Aberdeen. Top of the circle, Moreno. Back door to Aberdeen. Into the lane. Lost it. Ball loose. Auburn basketball. Murphy out of a crowd to Hall up the floor for the Tigers. Keyshawn Hall behind the back dribble. Out at the right wing. Guarded there by Owe. And he dribbled it away and out of bounds, but it was touched last by Owe. And we have our first media timeout. 15:25 to go in the first. Auburn and Kentucky tied at 11. Tiger ball when we come back. Tonight's first half presented by Southern Union. Conveniently located just a few miles from Auburn, Southern Union offers classes and easily transfer to the university. Endless opportunities are right up the road. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
From birth to age 5, your child's brain is growing faster than ever. And guess what? You are your child's first teacher. Talking, singing, playing, and reading every day helps your child learn and thrive. Singing boosts memory. Playing builds problem-solving skills. Reading grows vocabulary. Talking teaches communication. Start strong because these early years matter the most. For tips and tools, visit the Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education at children.alabama.gov. Alabama's children deserve a strong start.
Chick-fil-A's new frosted sodas and floats. It's a 10 out of 10. Hey, this is Lizzie, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You will love having your favorite soda blended with our creamy ice stream to make a new frosted soda or float. With the mix of the ice stream and soda fizz, it's so delicious, I call it Fizzalicious.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just non-stop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Alabama Power. When you cheer, we cheer. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Auburn and Kentucky tied at 11, 15:25 to go in the first half. Cats 5 of 8 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. Auburn 3 of 7 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, but 5 of 5 from the free throw line. And Auburn is at least even with Kentucky here in the opening 4.5 minutes of this basketball game tonight.
Well, I think this is the best that we've seen the Tigers as early in the first 5 minutes of the last 4 or 5 games. The tempo is really good. The movement is smooth. The passing has been really good. And it shows because they got 2 assists on their 3 baskets.
Auburn will have the ball coming out of the timeout break. And both Philip Jovich and Elijah Freeman have checked into the Auburn lineup. Jovich, 6'8" freshman out of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Freeman, 6'8" sophomore from Palm Beach, Florida. They join Keyshawn Hall, Tahad Pettiford, and Kevin Overton on the floor. Auburn ball down the right sideline, 20 to shoot.
Good sideline out of bounds play is going to give the Tigers an opportunity to score here.
All Jovich in the lane. Kicks it into the corner, left side for Freeman. Freeman puts it on the floor, drives to the basket. Head fake, turnaround, fadeaway. Yes!
That was really nice play. It was a late developing sideline out of bounds play, but Elijah Freeman attacked the middle and got him a basket.
Aberdeen top of the circle for Moreno. Into the left corner for Owe. Owe gets a screen picked up by Jovich and a switch. Down to the corner, Owe, 19-footer, missed it short. Rebound out of there to Hall. He drives against the numbers. Big jump step to the hole, didn't get it. Got it back. Back up. Missed it again. And the rebound to Kentucky. Owe up the left side. Puts it on the floor and drives. Put it up, blocked out of bounds.
Good defense by the Tigers that time. Owe is exceptional in the open court. He puts it on the deck and it makes up his mind, go hard to the basket. The Tigers were right there and met him at the rim.
Tigers up 13-11. Kentucky ball 14-40 in the first. Inbound Moreno. Into the corner. Free ball Aberdeen. Yep.
Well, he is a really kind of a silent killer, so to speak, is Aberdeen. He just kind of slips around, but he found a crease that time and made a 3.
Kentucky by 1, 14-13. Pettiford. Stop and pop 3 at the top. Missed it long. Rebound out of there for Kentucky to Mohamed Diabate. Cross midcourt, gets the ball to Aberdeen. Tigers still looking for their first made 3 of the night. They're 0 of 4, and Overton deflects the ball out of bounds over the Auburn bench.
Tigers are really denying the point-to-wing pass a little bit heavier tonight, and that time they got a good deflection. That
Noah will trigger. Lobs it inbound for Moreno. Puts it on the floor, inside the key. Off the right side for Owe against Jovic. 17-footer, it's good.
He drives it hard to the elbow. He kind of bumps into Jovic, gives him one step back. He is really strong and nice jump shot by Owe.
3-point lead for Kentucky. Hall straight away for the Tigers. Off the left side, it's Jovic against Moreno. Backs his way into the lane. Moreno goes down, and Jovic double hand slams it.
With an authority, Philip Jovic just backed him down, spun around him.
Let's go places. Lexington's home of the Kentucky Wildcats is 630 WLAP.
17 from the field, Kentucky, 8 of 15. And the game's tied, or excuse me, the game's in favor of Auburn, 23-18. Tigers are on a 10-2 run to come from 3 down to go ahead. We'll take 10 seconds for station identification. This is the UK Sports Network.
On air and online, the best Cats coverage is always on. News Radio 630 WLAP, Lexington.
Jasper Johnson headed back to the bench. Aberdeen back in after Johnson got his pocket picked at midcourt, and Jovic went down and dunked it in for Auburn to make it 23-18. So that's 4 turnovers, 6 points off of those turnovers for Auburn. And this is always under Bruce Pearl. Now his son, Goose, been a team that's going to be very active with their hands. They're constantly trying to reach and knock the ball away and fuel their transition game.
Yeah, and if you talk about Kentucky's 4 turnovers and you look the other way and you see that Auburn has just 1, that is just too great a difference when you talk about handling the basketball, and those 6 points to just 2 for Kentucky, a big difference. So Kentucky obviously has to protect the basketball, but boy, once you get that ball in your hands, you just cannot afford to let them come and take it away from you or knock it away from you, because now you're off balance defensively coming back the other way, and that gives Auburn chances for runouts.
Auburn only averages 9 turnovers a game, so they are a team that does take care of the basketball well. Watch BBN Game Day, presented by CHI St. Joseph Health all season long. Show airs Saturday mornings at 9 on WLAX in Lexington. Check UKathletics.com/UK Sports Network for TV affiliates and times in your area. If you're outside the state, you can watch at UKathletics.com/videos or on the Kentucky Wildcats Facebook page. Zoe, Aberdeen, Garrison, Diabate, and Chandler back in with the 2 fouls. He's got to be careful. But they need his offense.
Well, they need his presence on the floor because he garners a lot more attention when he's out there. You get double teams, and even though he may not get it, it might lead to someone else being open.
Blake Michalek into the game for Auburn. Almost a turnover, but Diabate rescues it on the right side after a bad pass from Chandler. Chandler moves in beyond the arc, then backs out, and here's a foul away from the ball. It's going to be against Auburn as they got Michalek in a mismatch with Diabate, and Michalek commits the foul.
I love the way Mo posts up, man. When he has an opportunity to go one-on-one down there, he's really, really good.
First foul of the game on Auburn. Pass comes into Garrison out on the right wing. He hands it back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Diabate, straight away. Works his way down to the free throw line. Backs out, 8 seconds. Goes to his left hand. Flips up a shot that goes in off the glass.
Just stand patient. They want him to shoot it from the outside. Mo knows that that's not where he's at his best.
But he got to what he wanted to do and scored it. 23-20 Auburn. Overton straight away.
Floats over to his right. Double teamed off the pick. Cross-court pass to Hall. Shot clock down to 10. Jovic at the high post. Spins and drives down the lane against Garrison. Reaches in, knocks the ball away, and it's out of bounds off him. And Garrison saying that it went off the leg of the Auburn player. I thought it did too, but they're looking at the bench to see if video suggests that. Waiting for the ruling. No, it's that's Santoro, the video guy for Kentucky, shaking his head no, so Garrison did touch it last.
Well, that's tough when you think you're right and you're not. You cause a team to lose their challenge.
Comes into Hall, driving it down to the left baseline, kicks it out in the corner. Freeman fakes a three. Now he'll take it and hit it. Deep in that left corner. 26-20 Auburn. Aberdeen driving left side, step back, 15-footer, left baseline,
yes.
Good.
He needs to get more shots up, man. I'm just telling you.
26-22. Auburn's lead cut to 4 as we go under 10 to play in the first half. Hall, straight away. Started by Diabate. They give it to Overton. Aberdeen with him. Pass comes right side to Freeman. Drives to the rim. Lost the ball. Picked up down low by Mishalik. And he throws it out to the corner. Another open three for Freeman. This one's no good. And a foul on the rebound. They're going to call it on Kentucky as Diabate was going for the ball. But we get a foul on Garrison. And that's his third. 5 on Kentucky.
Boy, and if I'm Auburn, I'm thinking, man, I just got some great minutes from my guys off the bench. My starters got to sit. We built on a lead as opposed to losing it. And boy, that's just what you want to say when you come off your bench with your subs.
Pettiford, Murphy, Williams, Adams checking back into the game for Auburn. Hall to inbound the ball, left baseline for the Tigers. One-hand pass way out to midcourt. And then they put it in the hands of the point guard, Pettiford. 9:35 left to play here in the opening half. 26-22 Auburn. Pettiford double teamed off the middle pick. Throws it across to Freeman. Freeman drives left. Lost the ball. They call a foul on Oweh because Freeman slipped and fell, and they say Oweh reached in. And tough break for Ortega because he was playing pretty good defense. Freeman kind of lost his balance, but you're usually going to get hit for that foul.
Yeah, he had great position on that. Yes, there was body contact, but no more than is happening on the other end. So
first on Ortega, 6 though on Kentucky, and Auburn will be in the bonus from this point on. Murphy's got it out front for the Tigers, hands it to Pettiford. Pettiford works his way down the right side of the lane with a leaner, rattles out, no good. Rebound batted around, saved in, tapped by Moreno, out of bounds, and Auburn's going to get it back. Kentucky just reaching, tapping, but nobody's moving and grabbing the loose balls.
I mean, I'm talking 2 hands. Go forward with 2 hands.
Noah back in for Kentucky, and Oweh will get a breather.
Those
9:13
possessions
left to play.
are way too valuable.
Kentucky doing a decent job defensively on the first shots, but the defensive possession needs to be completed with getting the rebound. Here's Hall out deep on the left side. A couple of steps beyond the arc. Moreno has him on a switch. Let's see if Hall tries to take it. Crossing him over, back and forth, goes by him, gets into the paint, shoots over Diabate, missed the shot, rebounded by Murphy. Murphy throws it over in the right corner to Freeman, fakes, goes into the lane, misses the floater, and the rebound grabbed by Murphy, saves it out to the corner. Freeman can't come up with it. It's Kentucky basketball as the Cats dodge another bullet there. Auburn just about got a third try.
Just don't like what's happening in the paint. Boy, they are just...
Auburn's been the more aggressive team.
My goodness, by far.
26-22 Auburn. Kentucky's ball. Chandler passes right side to Diabate. He comes to the right elbow. Goes down the lane. Goes up. Shot blocked by Hall. Jump ball the call. It'll be Auburn's basketball of the alternating possession.
Oh, a tough break there.
Needed to stop on 2 feet and do the pump fake.
Yeah.
But he tried to go straight up, and Hall pinned it. So another turnover for Kentucky, and Auburn coming back the other way. 8.5 left in the opening half. Pettiford picked up by Aberdeen. Gets it to Freeman. Middle of the floor. Over to Hall. Comes off the screen, but a quick closeout from Diabate. It's to Pettiford. He's well beyond the arc. Comes off the screen. Splits the trap. Down the lane. Flips up a shot. No good, but Noah on the reach in, and that'll put Auburn at the free throw line again. Trent Noah with his first foul. Kentucky reaching more than moving their feet.
I tell you, it's been a clinic down there in the paint for Kentucky on what not to do when you're trying to defend down there. real good position, and if you stay vertical, just go up.
Free throw good for Pettiford.
More than likely, you're going to force the miss.
One more shot coming. Auburn averages 29 free throw attempts per game, second most in the nation. And it bounces around the rim and falls in. Pettiford makes two. Noah needs somebody to get the ball to, and we get a foul on Auburn holding in backcourt.
Well, the thing, Tom, that I can say that is very, very positive here for Kentucky is, you think about it, I think this could be a much greater lead for Auburn.
I agree.
So Kentucky just needs to keep plugging. A basket here is really big.
Chandler's got it left side, quickly moves it back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen out deep. Puts it between his legs. Floats over to his right. Backs out beyond the three-point line. Chandler comes to get it. He goes into the paint with an 8-footer. Good.
Yes. So that's great because it's a 4-point game. You get 2 stops or get 1 stop. You eat away at this if you execute on the other end.
28-24 Auburn. Murphy, top of the circle for the Tigers. Gets it back out deep to Pettiford. Goes left side to Hall. Yabate presses out on him. Now Noah switches off on him. We'll see if Hall tries to take it. Going to pull up, shoot a 3 over him. Missed it. Rebound to Kentucky and a foul on Auburn. Diabate got the inside position and wouldn't let Murphy come over him. So Murphy's called for the foul. His first, Auburn's third. Kentucky ball when we come back. 7:34 left first half. Auburn 28, Kentucky 24. This is the UK Sports Network.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of instant cash. Play the Big Bill games from the Kentucky Lottery. Fill your wallet with chances to win prizes up to $500,000 with scratch-offs like Lincoln, Jefferson, and Jackson. Or tap into instant excitement with Lark's Triple Play online. Big bills mean big thrills. Play at your local Kentucky Lottery retailer or online today. Visit KYLottery.com for game details. Please play responsibly, Kentucky. Remember, it's just a game.
At the Wildcat fans, Little Caesars, the home of hot and ready pizza, invites you to try our world-famous Crazy Bread with crazy sauce, Caesar wings, Italian cheese bread, and our new cookie dough brownie dessert. At Little Caesars, we begin each day with dough made fresh from scratch, fresh, never frozen cheese, and the tastiest toppings. Little Caesars is also a proud partner of UK Athletics and an enthusiastic member of Big Blue Nation. So go Cats! Pizza.
With the money they saved and earned by enrolling in LG&E and KU's new energy efficiency programs like Online Marketplace and Bring Your Own Thermostat, Frank was able to buy a pygmy goat. Sheila got bagpipes. Harry bought 10 pounds of Monk's Head cheese. Christy learned the Watusi and the Macarena. And Bruce, he bought a bicycle. Because he's just out there. Sign up now to earn money and save for whatever you're into. Visit lge-ku.com/save. Get news, blogs, and live streaming now at WLAP.com.
Subscribe to the Kentucky Basketball Podcast. It's presented by UK Federal Credit Union. Available for free on iHeart, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the official UK Athletics app. 7:34 left first half. Auburn 28, Kentucky 24. Auburn just 9 of 23 from the field, 3 of 10 at the three-point line. That's 39% overall. Kentucky shooting 61% on 11 of 18. 2 threes for the Cats, but Auburn, between offensive rebounds and Kentucky turnovers, has been able to get up 5 more shots, and they are also 7 for 7 at the line, and Kentucky hasn't been to the stripe yet.
Yeah, those 5 extra shots, you just have to look at the turnovers, and Kentucky with 5, that gives them some, and then the offensive glass that Auburn is working really well, that gets them some extra shots also. Now, the big question for me is, can Kentucky get to the next break with Colin Chandler still having 2 fouls? That's going to be a big challenge for him because Auburn's going to go right at him, I would imagine, right here to try to get him out of the game.
Oway, about a minute and a half break around that media timeout, so he is back into the game for Kentucky with Moreno, Aberdeen, Chandler, and Diabate. Cats ball. Aberdeen running the point. Freeman guarding him. Aberdeen goes right. Can't get into the lane, so Gets it to Chandler straight away. Down low to Moreno. Takes catch to the basket. Pump fake goes up. Loses the ball. Goes up. Has it knocked away out of bounds again. He got himself buried under the basket and just didn't go up with two hands and dunk it.
Again, he did a good job. I mean, he is so much better.
Yelovich in, Diabate out.
Even from the Georgia game, last game out, that banging back at that big.
Yes.
So he needs to make that decision.
Comes into the corner to Chandler. Open three. Missed it. Tapped up. No. Yelovich comes out with it. Throws it back to Chandler. Second chance for Kentucky. Owe, right of the circle. Double teamed off the pick. Feeds it across court. Open three. Left corner. Yelovich. No good. Rebound Moreno. Back to Chandler. Fake slides left. Wide open look. Missed it.
A little bit off.
Auburn's got the rebound.
3 good looks.
Yes, indeed. 3 threes. No buckets for Kentucky. Pass to the right corner. Here's Freeman's three. It's no good. Long rebound. Chandler fuels the Kentucky transition, but Auburn's back. Chandler slows it up as he comes into front court. Takes it down the right sideline. Gives it to Aberdeen in the corner. His threes, no good. Backside rebound. Batted around, and Owe comes out with it. He's open. He'll shoot a three. And it's an air ball. Rebounded by Moreno. He's tied up. Jump ball. Auburn will lose the possession arrow. This time it's Kentucky's arrow, and the ball down on the left baseline for another chance.
Oh, I love what I'm seeing, though. Kentucky's working that offensive glass just as Auburn was before. Got to cash one of them in.
Aberdeen on the left baseline. Diagonal pass to Chandler out deep on the right side. Cross court it comes to Owe. They swing it in the corner to Aberdeen. Aberdeen, jab step, comes off the screen, brings it out to the top, 8 to shoot. Aberdeen, couple of crossovers. Pass left to Owe. Lob down low, Moreno makes the catch, goes up and scores it off the glass.
Great job. Great execution on that play. To move that ball move. Keep that ball moving.
6 minutes to play, first half, as Pettiford walks it into front court. Comes right side to Williams-Adams, gets it to Murphy at the high post. He hands it to Pettiford. Loses it, chases it down over the left side. Feeds it to Murphy on the pick and roll and gets fouled, going for a basket by Yelovich.
I don't mind that. Just don't let them get there and have an open dunk without putting up a little resistance.
5:54 left here in the first half. Kentucky won here the last time it played in 2024, but it lost 5 of the previous 6 to Bruce Pearl's teams. Murphy's free throws goes in.
And that went in.
It hit the back of the iron and just died and rolled into the basket.
Oh, man. And he shot it really, really high. That's hard to do.
Ball almost landed on the piece of metal that connects the rim to the backboard. And this one's dead center. So Auburn has not missed at the free throw line. They lead 30-26. Aberdeen into front court with a left-hand dribble for Kentucky. Chandler comes up off the screen, makes the catch on the left wing. Out beyond the arc, can't get a shot. Back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen working against the taller Freeman. Double teamed off a pick, but keeps his dribble. 10 to shoot. Aberdeen comes into the circle, backs out over to Chandler. Long three, left side, missed it, but got fouled by Pettiford. And Kentucky will get to go to the free throw line for the first time. First foul on Pettiford, that's 4 on Auburn, and it's 3 shots for Colin Chandler.
Now that tells you what they think about Colin's ability to knock down threes. I mean, that tells you. They were all over him.
Chandler's first of 3 in the air. It's good. Looking at the replay, I think they've got reason to be upset.
I think so.
Pettiford swiped down, but I don't think he ever hit him.
I don't know that he ever got close.
Chandler hits the first one. 82% shooter. This one bounces in. That looked like it was off, and it just seemingly wanted to go in. Kind of crawled around the rim.
If Murphy can get away with that one he made the last time down.
One more shot for Chandler. 5:31 to play. Trying to complete the trifecta at the free throw line. And he does. And we'll get a substitution now. Chandler playing with 2 fouls. Was able to stay out there for a good while. So Trent Noah will take his spot. And Diabate comes in. And Yelovich will go out. 30-29. Auburn's lead cut to 1.
And I think that move getting Mo back in the game is an emphasis on rebounding right now.
Pettiford bounces it to Freeman, middle of the floor, almost knocked away by Owe. Freeman gets by him, goes for the rim, flips up a shot that's no good, tap no good, foul on the rebound against Kentucky. And it's on Otega Owe, and that is his second.
Boy, that was a big concern.
Auburn just flies in to crash the boards. They're, as we said in the pregame, not a great shooting team, but they're very efficient offensively because of free throws and offensive rebounds. So they just crash the glass.
Yeah, and they're going to keep doing that until Kentucky gets a long rebound or a clean rebound and makes them pay for it on the other end of the floor.
First free throw, no good for Williams-Adams. Just a 51% shooter, so you got to play this next one for a miss as well. 5:18 left to play, so Owe playing with 2 fouls now. Chandler on the bench with 2. Garrison has 3. Sebastian Williams-Adams. High arcing free throw. This one goes in. 2-point lead for Auburn. 31-29.
Just got to keep getting shots. Getting shots. No turnovers here.
Aberdeen out deep on the left side, bounces it to Moreno in the middle, quickly moves it to Noah out beyond the arc on the right side. Noah comes to the top, passes left side to Owe, splits 2 defenders, gets in deep, reverse layup, good, ties the game.
How did he make that? How did he make that shot?
6 for Otega Owe, split 2 Auburn defenders on the left side of the rim and slid under and shot a reverse with his right hand. Pass out front to Overton. Overton comes off the screen, can't get a look at a 3. Now he's going to elevate and shoot it, missed it, and the long rebound claimed by Murphy on the left baseline. Murphy going to work off the left baseline, missed the shot. It's batted around by Moreno into the hands of Owe. Tie game, Kentucky with the ball. Owe up the left side, angles into the middle, down the lane, gets to the rim, missed the shot, but got fouled by Murphy. It'll be 2 for Otega Owe to try to shoot Kentucky into the lead. That's 5 on Auburn.
Man, I love this game because these guys are still just like me.
Never make a foul?
I have never committed a foul. In my whole career, I have never committed a foul.
Stephen Pearl agrees with Murphy. He's up making his case to the official.
I mean, as hard as he went to the basket.
Free throw bounces in for Otega Owe. Got a little help with the bounce there, and he needed it because last 3 games he'd missed 9 out of 13 at the line. So maybe that'll get him back locked in to the way he shot it last year when he made 78% at the stripe. Otega Owe with 1 more shot. No good. Rebound tapped and controlled by Auburn. 32-31. Kentucky back in front. Auburn with the basketball. Pettiford, left side, comes into the paint, hooks a pass over his head for a dunk by Murphy. Great 2-man game there as Murphy read what Pettiford was going to do. And Auburn's back in front, 33-32. Murphy with a big first half, 8 points. Owe, left wing, double team, takes it down to the baseline, cut off, loses the ball, turnover Kentucky.
Too much dribbling right now. Just a lot of one-on-one stuff for Kentucky.
Timeout on the floor, 4 minutes left first half. Auburn's ball when we come back. Tigers lead the Cats 33-32 on the UK Sports Network.
Hey, there's a penny by your foot. A penny? Find a penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck. Come on, let's aim higher. For the nickel. But how often do you find free nickels? Every day at Thornton's. Save 5 cents off per gallon of fuel every day with Thornton's Refreshing Rewards. Then we need a new adage. Come to Thornton's, pump your gas, save some nickels with every pass. They'll add up to save a buck. How does that sound for a little luck? That is way better than pennies.
Get 5 cents off per gallon of fuel every day at your local Thornton's. Valid on fuel purchases up to 35 gallons. Requires download of the Refreshing Rewards app and successful registration.
Around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round. And Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone, with more on the way, including the all-new RAV4. Totally redesigned to be more capable. Totally hybrid to fit your lifestyle. With multiple drivetrain options, so you can maximize your weekend adventures or your fuel efficiency. And these new RAV4s are coming soon. Contact your Toyota dealer for arrival timing. Toyota, let's go places.
My primary care provider helps me make better decisions about my physical and mental health.
They're the first person I talk to if I have any questions about infections, medications, or any other health concerns. And most insurance companies don't charge you for having annual wellness checks.
With them, I have the help I need to stay on top of
up my health game.
There are many reasons to have a primary care provider, but if you're not getting regular checkups, you're not getting a complete picture of your overall health. Visit chistjosephhealth.org to find a primary care provider.
When you hear the Wildcats, you're listening to 630 WLAP.
Auburn 33, Kentucky 32. 4 minutes left to play here in the opening half. Auburn number 8 in the nation in offensive efficiency. But on the defensive end, they're dead last in SEC play in defensive efficiency. 5 of the last 6 Auburn opponents have scored 84 or more. When they've defended well, that's when they've won. In their SEC victories, they've only given up an average of 71 points a game. And right now it is on pace to be a little bit more on the lower end of the spectrum. Goose, what are you seeing?
Well, I'm seeing a Kentucky team that's scrambling enough and a Kentucky team that's making enough happen. But I've also seen a team that has given up way too many 50-50 balls. I've seen a Kentucky team that still is getting pushed around way too much on their defensive end of the floor, around the basket when it comes to rebounding cleanly. And, you know, those kind of things have to change because those possessions are so big for Kentucky. Not just that it keeps Auburn from getting second and third looks at the basket, but it also takes away from Kentucky getting fast break opportunities, early offense opportunities. So, boy, you got to go up and grab that thing and not allow them to take it from you.
Georgia scored 1.28 points per possession in winning at Rupp Arena on Tuesday night. It was their best number in that stat since mid-December. So far, Kentucky's defended much better here, at least on the first shot. Auburn shooting 36%, 3 of 12 at the three-point line. But Kentucky has given up 7 offensive rebounds. It's Aberdeen, Noah, Diabate, Moreno, and Owe on the floor. Owe playing with 2 fouls. Pettiford gives it right side to Hall, guarded by Diabate. Hall comes into the circle, cut off by Moreno on a switch over to Williams-Adams. He lost the ball, but it's there picked up by Pettiford. He drives to the basket. He loses it out of bounds. Turnover Auburn. Just their third.
Yeah, see, so Kentucky's doing enough things right. But the real thing is, the biggest part of defense is rebounding the basketball. Yes. Got to get those.
Cats with a chance to go back in front. Aberdeen double-teamed off the pitch outside. Throws it across to Diabate, and here's a whistle away from the ball and a foul on Auburn.
It's in the paint. Good job by Malachi. Like I say, he's grown up. Just from even that Georgia game, man, when he got pushed around a lot, he's dishing some of it back out.
Jovic picks up his first for Auburn. That's 6 on the Tigers, so the Cats are in the bonus on the next foul. Aberdeen lobs it into Moreno, leaps to make the catch on the left wing, hands it to Aberdeen, who comes out front to set the offense. Aberdeen slides left, can't get a shot, needs help. Away comes to take the pass, 10 to shoot. Over to Diabate at the right elbow. Diabate working his way into the paint. Pump fake goes up and comes off. Rebounded by Moreno on the left baseline, out to Noah in the corner. Noah gives it back to Moreno, throws it out deep to Aberdeen. 15 to shoot as Aberdeen walks it to the middle of the floor. Coming down to 3 to play in the first half. Aberdeen, top of the circle. Couple between the legs dribbles, slides left, shoots, and it's in and out.
Another good look.
Rebounded by Auburn. Wow. Pettiford drives it up the right side. Pettiford takes it down the lane, goes right at Noah, who cuts him off. Pettiford backs out and comes out beyond the three-point line to set it up for Auburn.
He'll try to take Noah here.
Pettiford comes across the circle, feeds it down low, and a dunk by Williams-Adams. First field goal for the freshman big man from Auburn. 35-32, Tigers back in front by 3. Pettiford, last 5 games, 29 assists, 9 turnovers. Oh, and a backdoor cut, throws down a one-handed dunk coming in on the right wing. Pretty feed from Moreno.
I just love that. Deliver a message.
Owe has scored the last 5 for Kentucky. Auburn leads by 1, 35-34. Williams-Adams runs over Noah and
they called a block.
Oh, my goodness. Williams-Adams, the new football coach at Auburn, would be proud of what he just did. He just lowered his shoulder and ran over Noah and knocked him back to the baseline, and Trent gets called for the foul.
Are they going to go look at this? Nope. Trent Noah. Well, I thought he had great position on that.
So this puts Williams-Adams at the line for 1 and a bonus, but Again, 51% shooter, so Kentucky needs to be ready to rebound this if he misses. 2:16 to play in the half. Shot bounces around, no good. They're going to say you got the benefit that they get these days of intending to shoot, so he's going to get a second one. Moreno comes out. Yelovich checks in at the 5 spot.
NBA continuation play.
35-34 Auburn it remains. 2:16 to play in the half.
Play screen out first.
One more shot. Williams-Adams 1 out of 3 at the line. High arcing shot comes up short, and Noah grabs the rebound for Kentucky. So
big
empty trip for Auburn.
Big possession.
Cats with the ball, down 1. Oway, right wing. Comes to the top, gives it to Aberdeen. 2 minutes to play. Aberdeen left of the circle. Pass in the corner to Noah. Quickly feeds it into Yelovich in the paint. He gets tied up. The ball's ripped away from him. Outlet pass to Pettiford. Going for the basket. Finger roll. Comes off. No good.
Don't need to dribble that as a big.
Oway brings it up into front court for Kentucky. Pettiford right at the rim, and it spun around and came off. 1:44 to play in the half.
I give Denzel a little credit for that miss because he made it more difficult than it would have been.
Aberdeen out in the midcourt circle. Goes right off the screen, keeps the dribble, changes direction, spins into the paint. 8-footer, comes off, no good. Rebound, Yelovich. One dribble, goes up and miss, or hit it.
Come on, man. That's what we need from him. Just be more.
Put back bucket for Andrea Yelovich. Gives Kentucky the lead, 36-35. 1:15 to play. Here's Hall out deep on the right. Across to Williams-Adams, straight away, back to Hall. Hall overhead pass to Jovic. Jovic guarded by Yelovich. Loses the ball, and it ricochets right over to Oway. A turnover for Auburn. Oway out deep on the right side with the basketball. Bounces it to Yelovich in the corner.
Take him, Yelovich. You played against him.
Way against Jovic. Comes into the paint. Pivots back again. Scoops it up with the left hand. No good. Jovic.
Tough shot.
Rebounds for Auburn. Here's Pettiford down the left sideline. Slides over to the top. Hesitates down the lane. Around Yelovich. Flips up a shot. No. The tap no good. Noah rebounds it. Outlet Oway behind the defense. Two-handed dunk and a foul at the other end.
And one.
Foul on Hall.
Yes. Great job. As I say, because Auburn is running all 5 guys at that basket to get second and third opportunities. If Kentucky just gets one clean and throws it out, they're going to be able to get a high percentage transition basket.
36.7 on the clock. And Kentucky has forged a 3-point lead, and Oway is at the line trying to complete a 3-point play. He's put his team ahead 38-35. And he has scored 7 of the last 9 Kentucky points.
As Moreno gets to the scores table, I wonder who he's going in for. Is he going to go in for Oway because he has 2 fouls and maybe get him out of there?
Kind of what it looks like.
I'm not sure about that.
Good. And no.
So
it is going to be Oway.
Yes, I give Oway a bunch of credit, man. He's played a lot of minutes with those 2 fouls.
12 first-half points for Ortega, and Kentucky has a 4-point lead, 39-35, 36.7 on the clock. So you got Yelovich, Moreno, Diabate, Noah, and Aberdeen on the floor.
And Kentucky will get another possession should they get a stop here and rebound.
Pettiford out deep on the left side for Auburn. Looking into the eyes of Denzel Aberdeen. 15 on the shot clock as Pettiford just stands and dribbles out where the sideline meets the midcourt line. To Jovic at the top. Dribble handoff to Hall. Hall straight away. 3 ball. No. Rebounded by Noah. Noah weaving his way up the floor. Cut off. Double team. Wrap around pass to Diabate. 6 seconds. Diabate comes into the paint. Over to Aberdeen. Out to Noah. Open. 2 seconds. It's no good.
Man, I thought he had it.
Oh, he's smacking his hands together. He got a wide open look.
He never misses that when he gets his feet together in that much time.
So Kentucky fights back to take a 4-point lead here at Auburn at the half.
Big mess.
Auburn 39, Kentucky 35. And we'll be right back on the UK Sports Network.
The University of Kentucky's first basketball victory came on February 18th, 1903, in an 11-10 win over the Lexington YMCA. Back then, the school was known as the Agricultural and Mechanical College of Kentucky, and how they fit all that on the uniform is anyone's guess. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance has its own rich tradition, insuring Kentuckians for more than 75 years. Go Big Blue and go Farm Bureau. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
What does it take to win? Having the right team. I'm Greg, managing partner from Becker Law, and we are the team you need when you or a loved one are wrongly injured. Call us now at 333-3333 from anywhere in Kentucky, or go to BeckerLaw.com. You pay us nothing unless you get paid and find justice. Becker Law, serving Lexington for 40 years. Go Cats!
At the University of Kentucky, we build, we work, we lead. Not for the credit, but the future. For the name on the front of the jersey, the name that binds us, the place that drives us. For students and patients, farmers and families, fans and physicians, from dawn to dusk, we're here, advancing Kentucky together.
This is the Cartown Kia halftime report on the UK Sports Network. Now, with a look at the first half, here's Tom Leach and Jack Gibbons.
Halftime at Auburn, and Kentucky leads 39-35. First half that saw 8 lead changes and 7 ties. Kentucky's biggest lead is the 4 it has right now. Auburn had a 6-point lead on 2 different occasions. Kentucky, we take a look at first half stats presented by Toyota, being led by Otega Owe with 12, Colin Chandler 8, 7 for Aberdeen, 6 for Marino, 2 apiece for Diabate, Yelovich, and Garrison. Fouls a concern for Kentucky. Garrison 3, Owe 2, Chandler 2, Noah 2. Chandler picked up his 2 early, as did Owe, so great that those 2 guys made it to halftime without picking up a third. And for Auburn, the leading scorer is Keyshawn Murphy with 8. Hall, who's averaging 21 a game on the season, coming off a 29-point performance. He was just 2 of 10 in the first half, 1 of 5 at the 3-point line. Did have 3 assists, but Kentucky did a nice job on him. And Pettiford, just 1 of 5 from the field, and 4 points. Overton, 1 of 3. So the 3 leading scorers out on the perimeter for Auburn were a combined 4 of 18. Really good defense by the Cats.
Well, one thing I like, Tom, that Auburn is doing that Kentucky has to deal with is play in the paint. And the reason I like it is because it's taken the ball out of the hands of some of their more prolific scorers. So that's been a nice break for Kentucky to not necessarily have to chase some of those big-time scores around at the three-point line. Let them keep dumping it in there because they're trying to play bully ball against Kentucky again. But that kind of serves Kentucky well. I like that Kentucky finally found a way to get into a little bit of transition. Not a lot, but they have been able to get some fast break points, and they lead that category 9-4.
Kentucky only credited with 1 block shot, but they did a good job of contesting shots at the rim, and Auburn was 8 of 19 inside the 3-point line in that first half. Kentucky shoots 49% with 2 threes. Did have a +4 on the glass with 8 offensive rebounds that led to 9 second chance points. Did a better job in the latter stages of the first half at cutting down on Auburn's offensive rebounds. 7 turnovers for Kentucky. They needed to lower that number, but they do have 8 assists. First half stats presented by Toyota. Kentucky 39, Auburn 35 on the UK Sports Network.
Our lives are full of moments, big and small. And at Maple & J, we believe your jewelry should be there for all of it. That's why we craft each piece by hand, using precious metals made to endure all of life's demands. Timeless and tough, sentimental and chic. This everyday jewelry becomes a part of you and the memories you share with others. That's why we're proud to be the official jewelry of UK Athletics. Maple & J. Never take them off.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
What does being part of this community mean to Coach Mark Pope?
For me, being part of this community means having common goals. Working together to achieve those goals to make things better for everyone around you. Central Bank's been doing that since 1946.
Central Bank is proud to be part of this community and proud to be the official bank of UK Athletics. Central Bank, member FDIC.
BBN Pets is back and better than ever. Join today and score even more exclusive BBN Pet gear, plus a VIP experience at Bark in the Park events in UK. Your membership helps you show your Wildcat pride and spoil your four-legged fam. Sponsored by Kentucky Veterinary Practice Group, caring for pets through Richmond Road Veterinary Clinic and Tate's Creek Animal Hospital. Sign up now at bbnpets.com because Cats fans come in all shapes and wagging tails.
Lexington's home of the Kentucky Wildcats is 630 WLAP.
Kentucky ends the half over the final 2.5 minutes with a 7-0 run, and they lead the Tigers down in Auburn 39-35. Now it's time for UK at the half.
Since 1961, the University of Kentucky Alumni Association has honored teaching excellence at UK with the Great Teacher Awards. More than 300 teachers have received the award since then. Nominations may only be submitted by current students. Each year, the 6 recipients of the award are announced at a luncheon or dinner, attended by students, other faculty, and past recipients of the award. Recipients are selected by a committee appointed by the UK Alumni Association's Board of Directors and representatives of the student organization Omicron Delta Kappa. To receive the award, a candidate must hold the rank of full-time lecturer or above and have been a member of the faculty for the past 3 years at UK, have superior knowledge of the subject matter, have original and innovative classroom presentations, demonstrate concern for students both inside and outside the classroom setting, and have not been a recipient of the award for the past 10 years. The 2026 winners of the Great Teacher Awards include, from the College of Design, Patrick Lee Lucas.
Deeply in my research is around what's local and what's global, and design is a very global kind of thing. And so it's important for students to recognize kind of what comes from Kentucky, what comes from this place that we are. A lot of what I talk about in class, both in studio and in history, is like, what is your design story? What is your design voice? How are you going to be different in the world? How is it that you're going to make a change with design that's for good?
From the College of Arts and Sciences, Robin Cooper.
Instead of just teaching the content of the course, you really have to teach them that it integrates with real-world situations. And so I think if you can bring in real-world experiences beyond just that content that you're trying to teach, that's important.
And from the Stanley and Karen Pigman College of Engineering, Zach Ajutantis.
I think I bring a more holistic approach. I give them examples of real-life applications, how a particular class ties in with other classes, how it ties in with the industry. So I can always relate when there's a question, I can always relate that to something, to an experience of mine, and that resonates with the students.
You can hear full interviews with each award winner throughout the year on the University of Kentucky's Behind the Blue podcast. For UK at the Half, I'm Cody Kaiser.
All right, back here in our Lexington studios, it's Kentucky 39 and Auburn 35 at the break. When we come right back, the Central Bank SEC scoreboard as we continue on the UK Sports Network.
Just like the Cats, Jack Burford Chevrolet plays to win. We're known for bringing Central Kentucky the newest technology and the latest products to make our customers' lives easier. And now we're rolling out Jack Burford's new mobile service option. We're bringing the service to you, so you don't have to put life on hold just to get your vehicle back on the road. From the showroom to your driveway, we're proud to serve Big Blue Nation with honest deals and dependable service. Jack Burford Chevrolet. We're bringing the service straight to you.
Thinking about digging, planting a tree, putting up a fence? Hold that shovel. Before you break ground, head to Kentucky811.org or call 811. It's quick, it's free, and yup, it's the law. Submit your request online or call before you dig. Member Utility Pros will mark where the underground lines are. Don't risk the injury, service outages, penalties, or costly repairs. Safety is in your hands. 811 before you dig.
Sponsored by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
Hey, BBN, Coach Pope here. In Kentucky, Big Blue determination is in our blood.
It means we rise together, we fight together, and we win together. Whether we're making a run for a banner or taking on our state's biggest healthcare challenges. Big Blue determination. It's why UK Healthcare is the official healthcare partner of UK Athletics.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing, that hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
It's time to look at the Central Bank SEC scoreboard.
All right, let's take a look at scores not only from around the conference, but around the country. Arizona went in and got a big win at Houston today. They get that victory. How about Duke going up to Washington and knocking off Michigan in a battle of top 5 opponents? And then how about Arizona 73, Houston 66? And I'm just telling you, then you have Cincinnati. They go into Lawrence, Kansas, and they have their way with the Jayhawks and all sorts of stuff happening off court there in Kansas. But it is, in fact, a win for the road team. Cincinnati, their first win on the road over a top 10 team since 1990. UConn beat Villanova 73-66. Again, that Kansas-Cincinnati score. The Bearcats win 84-68 over number 8. Nebraska keeps rolling 87-64 over Penn State. Florida beat Ole Miss 94-75. North Carolina bounces back against Syracuse 77-64. Tennessee wins at number 19 Vanderbilt, 20th win of the season for the Vols and Rick Barnes, 69-65. And Arkansas beats Missouri, 94-86. Alabama tops LSU, 90-83. And it was Louisville, 87, and Georgia Tech, 70. All right, we're going to take a break, get back to the action. Tom and Jack at courtside when we come right back on the UK Sports Network.
The Manchester is Lexington's award-winning upscale boutique hotel. Located in the historic Distillery District, the Manchester features 124 guest rooms with 4 expansive suites, a spirited lobby bar, and 2 elevated dining spaces. Grand Am, the hotel's flagship restaurant, offers locally sourced bluegrass-inspired dishes. Lost Palm is our rooftop restaurant and bar, a tropical oasis offering Latin-inspired share plates and the Tiki Cocktail Program with the best views of downtown Lexington. For reservations, visit themanchesterky.com.
Hey, Big Blue Nation, looking to get closer to the teams, coaches, and student athletes you love? It's time to go all in with BBN United, the ultimate way to support Kentucky student athletes and show off your pride. With a BBN United membership, you'll be invited to watch exclusive player and coach content, access one-of-a-kind fan experiences, get UK fan merch delivered to your door, and be part of something bigger than the game. Sign up for BBN United at bbnunited.com. UK Athletics' official fan loyalty program, where passion fuels purpose.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round. And Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone. Now through March 2nd, get 2.99 APR financing on remaining new 25 Tacomas. Excludes TRD Pro and Trailhunter. Or lease a well-equipped 25 Tacoma SR5 for $279 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details. Or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Get news, blogs, and live streaming now at WLAP.com.
Fifth time since 2000 that neither Kentucky nor Auburn is ranked in this matchup. The previous four, Kentucky's won 3 and lost 1. The Cats are 11-0 when they lead at halftime this season. Auburn 2-10 when it trails. Kentucky 39, Auburn 35 at halftime. Goose, what do you think we see in the second 20?
Well, I think Auburn's going to continue to try to play bully ball in the paint as they have. Kentucky adjusted to that and handled it well for the last 7 or 8 minutes of that first half. The other thing I think they have to do is get Pettiford involved. He's had 20-plus points in each of the last 4 games and averaging something like 24 points a game over that period. He has not been a factor in this game with just 4 points, so I expect some shots to go up from him.
Pettiford's got it, left side. Auburn has the ball. Pass down low. Shot put up, no good, but a foul on Kentucky as Williams-Adams snuck in along the right baseline, and Pettiford fouled him, and Yelovich commits his second foul in the first of the second half against the Wildcats.
But I'm not sure how that pass got through the way it did, and Williams-Adams caught the ball as easily under the basket.
Williams-Adams just 1 of 4 at the free throw line. This one rattles in. Auburn now 11 of 14 at the stripe. This was good. He knocks down 2.
Oh, he shoots it way high.
Yeah.
Even higher than Colin Chandler's threes sometimes.
39-37 Kentucky. Moreno feeds Chandler in a backdoor cut, and he jams it in with 2 hands right at the rim as the challenge was coming from Williams-Adams. Allen into double figures with 10.
And Mark's going to ask for some contact on that one, but I'll take the basket right now.
Murphy top of the circle for Auburn. Dribbles to his right, hands it to Hall, who was just 2 for 10 in that first half and didn't get to the free throw line. Here's Pettiford, deep 3 off the left side is no good. Rebound saved in by Murphy, but there to grab it for Kentucky is Yelovich. Cats with the ball up 4. Aberdeen brings it down the right sideline. Drives it all the way to the corner. Pass out front. Yelovich, open 3, straight away. Hit it!
Yes. Boy, I would just love to see him shoot that thing more.
He was shooting it well at shoot-around this morning and knocked that one down with confidence. 44-37. Kentucky with its largest lead of the night. Hall double-teamed out front, gets fouled.
Boy,
as
that's
he's
a cheap one by Owen.
And it's Ortega's third.
Just a cheap one.
You figure Auburn is probably going to try to really attack and try to get to the line because they're not making shots outside. Pass out front is almost thrown away, but Murphy rescues it. He was slow to react. Pettiford's got it. 44-37 Cats. Pettiford down the right side all the way to the baseline. Flips up the runner. Comes off no good. Tapped up no good. Murphy's got it right under the bucket. Put back is blocked by Aberdeen partially, and Moreno comes out with it. Kentucky running. Chandler up the right side. Chandler going to pull up and shoot a long 3. No good. Rebounded by Hall, and Auburn's going the other way. Hall jogs it up and then jukes it down the right sideline. Now comes back to the middle. Moreno has him on a switch. Hall picks up his dribble. Gives it over to Overton. Back out it comes to Pettiford. Pettiford walks it toward the Auburn student section on the right side of the court. Now comes back into the middle. Gets it to the left elbow. Fires an overhead pass to Overton in the right corner. Goes baselines. Ball stripped away. Murphy saves it into Hall deep in the left corner. 5 seconds to shoot it. Hall goes baseline. Leans in. Missed the shot. It's tapped out. Chandler's got it. Pass ahead. Owe. Owe dunks it at the other end.
Boy, just great defense. Really active hands.
The Cats lead it by 9. And Auburn is going to take a timeout.
Really
Fast start
active.
out of the locker room for Kentucky. 7-2 run, and Kentucky takes a 46-37 lead. We'll be right back after the Auburn timeout on the UK Sports Network.
Yingling Traditional Lager, a beer that, like true legends, stands the test of time. Brewed by the same family for nearly 200 years, it's a crisp amber lager with a bold, smooth flavor that's perfect for game day. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching from your favorite bar, Yingling is the taste of tradition. Yingling, legends stand the test of time.
One moment you're driving home, and the next you're facing a DUI charge.
When the stakes are this high, you need more than advice. You need a trial attorney who will fight and win. We know how to fight for your license, your record, and your future. Call Hitch Defense Attorneys today. 502-628-4270. That's 502-628-4270. Or visit hitchdefense.com. Your defense starts the moment you call. Hitch Defense Attorneys DUI Defense. We fight to win.
Did you know former Kentucky basketball coach John Maurer is credited with developing the bounce pass? Of course, you don't need to be a basketball coach to know that sometimes in life, the ball just doesn't bounce your way. Like when a storm or accident damages your property. That's why so many Kentuckians rely on Kentucky Farm Bureau for their insurance needs. You might say, we have more than a passing interest in helping out folks in the Commonwealth. Kentucky Farm Bureau. Big on commitment.
When you hear the Wildcats, you're listening to 630 WLAP.
34% shooting now, 0 for 5 to start the second half. And Kentucky been able to get out and run a little bit and push the lead out to 46-37. Time for our key scholarship, key play of the game, and we'll call it the key sequence. Kentucky was trailing 31-29. Around 5 to play in the first half, and Otega always scored 8 of the final 10 points to help the Cats forge a 4-point lead at the intermission. Since 1999, $578 billion in scholarships and grants funded by lottery proceeds have been used at UK. The Kentucky Lottery truly is fueling imagination and funding education. Oway with 14 points to pace Kentucky. That is 30 consecutive double-figure scoring games, the longest streak for a Wildcat since Malik Monk back in 2017. So good company to be in.
Yes, absolutely. And he's playing aggressively on both ends. Has to be careful now on that defensive end. He has 3 fouls, and Kentucky certainly needs him on the floor. But if you look at some of these categories, really strongly in favor of Kentucky. Points in the paint. Kentucky's up 26-16, even though Auburn's pounding the ball inside, especially early. So Kentucky's leading that. Second chance points. Kentucky with 10 offensive rebounds, so they're getting some of those themselves. And they have 9 points off of those. 9-6, they're winning that category. And then points in the paint. Fast break points. 11-4 for the Cats. So some good numbers in those categories.
Auburn came into Rupp and won for just the second time last year, 94-78 to clinch the SEC regular season title. Otega had one of his worst games. 4 points. Made 1 basket. I'm guessing you're a former player. That you remember that, don't you?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Auburn's basketball comes into Hall. He's guarded by Oway. Hall's got him out deep on the left side. Now Moreno picks him up on a switch as Hall comes to the middle and throws it over on the right side to Freeman, who's checked in. He gives it to Murphy at the top. Wants to get it to Pettiford. Aberdeen won't let that happen. They get it into Williams. Adams comes into the lane, turns, and misses the leaner. Good defense by Yelovich. Rebound to Oway. He's tied up by Williams. Adams, and they call a jump ball.
Oh, my.
Oway had the inside position, had both hands on the basketball. It's Kentucky's ball in the arrow, but it should have been a foul on Williams Adams because he came over his back.
Yes, my thoughts exactly.
46-37 Kentucky. The Cats have the ball. Man, they're defending well. Goose and I were talking to the break. If they had guarded like this Tuesday night, they would have never lost to Georgia. Moreno straight away swings it right side to Chandler. Chandler holding the ball high above his head. Dribbles once, fires it back to Aberdeen in the middle. 12 on the shot clock. It goes left side to Oway. 15-footer comes up short. Ricochets back to Yelovich. Throws it out to Oway. Drives. Pass to Yelovich. Left corner three. Comes up way short. It's rebounded by Murphy.
Oh, man. Well, sometimes you can tell as soon as it leaves the hand.
Yeah, I think he was so wide open, he just kind of paused a little bit. They get it to Murphy on the right baseline. Doesn't want the shot. Turns his back to Yelovich. Backing him down. Turns, shoots over him, and banks it in.
Again, I don't mind that shot because it takes the ball away from some of the more prolific scores.
46-39. Kentucky's lead cut to 7. Moreno dribbles to his right, throws it to Oway in the corner. Oway in that right corner has him dribbled, hooks it out front to Yelovich. Yelovich dribbles left, hands it to Chandler. Chandler swings it right side to Moreno. To Oway in the right corner. Oway slides left, gets a look at a 3, comes off no.
It's just off tonight at that 3-point line.
Rebound Pettiford. Throws it ahead to Murphy, makes the catch and scores in one motion. He beat the Cats bigs down the floor. Murphy with 12. Gets the crowd back in it. 46-41. Kentucky's lead cut down to just 5. Aberdeen passes left side to Chandler. Chandler had to sit for a lot of the first half with 2 early fouls. They need to get him a shot. He's only attempted 3. Aberdeen's got it straight away. Flows by his man and gets tripped up by Pettiford as nobody was really moving, and so Denzel just seized an open lane and drove it and got tripped up and fouled by Pettiford. His second. First of the half on Auburn gets us to immediate timeout with 15:52 to play. It's Kentucky 46, Auburn 41. This is the UK Sports Network.
What does being part of this community mean to Coach Mark Pope?
For me, being part of this community means having common goals. Working together to achieve those goals to make things better for everyone around you. Central Bank's been doing that since 1946.
Central Bank is proud to be part of this community and proud to be the official bank of UK Athletics. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Just like your fingerprint, your heartbeat is unique to you. And that's how your heart care should be too. So at Baptist Health, we focus on your specific cardiac needs. From preventive care to some of the most advanced procedures. For your one-of-a-kind heart, choose the one hospital system more people trust for their heart care. Baptist Health. It's care centered on you. Visit baptisthealth.com/heartcare.
Lexington's home of the Kentucky Wildcats is 630 WLAP.
Solid defensive work so far by the Wildcats. Auburn shooting just 33%. Tigers are only 2 of 8 from the field in this half. Kentucky leads 46-41 with 15:52 to play. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification along the UK Sports Network.
The best Cats coverage before, during, and after the game is always on. News Radio 630 WLAP, Lexington.
We talk Kentucky basketball most Monday nights on the Mark Pope Show, presented by UK Healthcare. It'll be Wednesday this week because of the trip to South Carolina for a Tuesday game. The Kenny Brooks Show comes up right after the Pope Show. It's presented by Bluegrass Hearing Clinic. BDN Radio's next, brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shop with Aaron Hedrick. Make sure you're with us Wednesday night next week at 6 Eastern on these UK Sports Network stations. Big opportunity for the UK women tomorrow. A Vanderbilt team that came into Lexington and won by 1 will host the Wildcats tomorrow. Game's been moved to 4 Eastern time. It'll be televised on ESPN2. Go to ukathletics.com/sync and sync up Darren Hedrick and the UK Radio Network call to the pictures tomorrow. UK baseball split a doubleheader. Lost the second half 1-0 today at Evansville. So the Cats take 2 of 3 from the Aces, and Kentucky will be back to Kentucky Proud Park this coming week. 46-41, Goose, and Kentucky's defensive work's been outstanding so far.
Yeah, I love what they've been able to do on that defensive end of the floor.
Jovic is in for Auburn, plays to Murphy. Kentucky's ball. They'll inbound it on the left baseline. Denzel Aberdeen will trigger it in for Kentucky. Goes away out front over the head of Oweh, but Chandler rescues it before it goes into backcourt. He could have let it go into backcourt, but once he touched it, he couldn't. Chandler comes off a screen, can't get a shot. Pass down to the right baseline to Diabate. He moves out beyond the three-point line, but he's not going to take that. Hands it to Oweh. Works his way into the paint, banks up a shot that won't go, and it's lost out of bounds off Kentucky. The Cats struggling to put the ball in the hoop so far here in this second half, as is Auburn. And the Tigers have cut the 9-point lead down to 5. They've got the ball. Pettiford brings it down the left sideline. Pulls up, shoots an open 3. Good.
Yeah, I tell you, he's going to come out firing. He wants to get his points.
46-44. Kentucky by 2. Aberdeen passes to Moreno. Moreno walks it to his left. Spins, passes across to Aberdeen out deep on the right. Aberdeen. Dribbling with the left hand. Puts it behind his back. Goes across the circle, moving left. But now backs out. 10 seconds to shoot. Over to Chandler. Bounce pass down low. Stolen. Tried to feed it into Moreno. Freeman stepped around and picked his pocket. Freeman, pass right side to Hall. 3 for the lead. In and out. No good. Rebound, Williams-Adams. Throws it back out to Hall. Auburn will reset on the second opportunity. To get it back to Pettiford. Dribbles over to his left. He just made a 3. Let's see if he tries to get another one. Pettiford, double teamed off the ball screen. Throws it down low to Jovic. Working against Owe. Fall away jump hook. Comes off no good. Rebounded by Moreno. Good job by Owe to stay away and not risk a fourth foul. Owe down the right sideline. Cut off. Backs out of a double team. Brings it back out front. Throws it over on the left side to Chandler. Pass down low to Moreno's. Batted away. Another steal for Auburn. As Hall brings it up into front court and loses the ball out of bounds. An unforced error there. Twice Chandler's tried to feed it into Moreno. Now Chandler, I think, is calling for Moreno to post stronger.
Well, the fact of the matter is he's made both of those passes and he's never looked anywhere except where he made the pass. So you have to look away to at least make the defense think you're going to do something else with it. So I'll give each of them a half of those turnovers.
And they both go to the bench. Chandler and Moreno. Garrison and Noah are in. Pass comes over to the right side to Diabate. Out beyond the arc. He hands it to Trent Noah. Noah brings it out front. Gives it back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen goes left off the Garrison screen. They double team him. He backs out of it. Works it down the left side of the lane. Tries to spin into the paint. Can't. Goes back down to the baseline. Now spins into the paint. Floater comes up short. Rebound Diabate. Put back. Won't go. Ball's tapped around. Noah claims it. Noah in deep. Couple of pump fakes. Couldn't get a shot. Gives it to Owe. Over to Noah on the left side. Back to Owe. Out deep on the left. Walks it to the middle. 10 seconds. Owe down the lane. Goes for the bucket. Missed it. Reverse layup. No. Got a foul. He just kept battling. And he's going to get to go to the line.
Yeah, you worked that hard for it, man. You better get some production.
Fouls on Hall. That's his second. Kentucky use the play out of the Auburn playbook there. Is just lower your head and drive it when those shots aren't falling.
Yeah, but you know, when you chase down those offensive rebounds and everybody on defense is scrambling, you have a better opportunity to drive the ball to the basket.
Free throw, Owe, good. He's 3 out of 4 at the line tonight. 15 points.
That's a big free throw right there. He meets both of them.
Pushes the lead back to 3 with 13:42 to play. Here comes Chandler to check back in, and he knocks down 2.
And maybe Owe will get a little bit of a breather here.
Owe coming out. Got a media timeout coming up in about a minute and a half. If all goes well. 48-44 Kentucky. 16 for Owe as Auburn comes on the attack. Pettiford bounces it to Hall in the middle of the floor. Hall still struggling, just 5 points. Comes over to his left. Double team, works his way out of it, starts down the sideline. He's cut off by Chandler. Hall, left of the circle, couple of between the legs dribbles, crosses over, can't get a shot. Over to Freeman, drives and dunks it off the right wing. Nobody stopped him, just a straight line drive to the basket.
Straight line, nobody picked up.
48-46, Kentucky by 2. Garrison hits Chandler on a backdoor cut through the lane. Pass to the left corner to Aberdeen. Out to Noah to Chandler straight away. Back to Noah. Noah starts in, backs out, throws it back to Chandler. 12 seconds to shoot. A long 3 comes up short.
Not the time for
3 steps beyond the arc. 48-46, Kentucky, Auburn with the ball. Pettiford comes to the top, goes down the lane, stripped away by Diabate and pulled out of the air by Garrison. Hope waving his arms for Kentucky to push the pace, but they're not doing it. Chandler comes up the floor, almost lost the ball. Chandler throws it across the line. It's deflected. He chases it down, and the 10-second count. Pettiford with a good defensive play there. Chandler just lost his handle on the basketball, working his way up the floor.
Yeah, you really need someone else handling that ball, and as opposed to going against Pettiford. It's a good defensive player.
12:40 to play, and Auburn gets another chance to tie or take the lead. Tigers ball on the side. Kentucky had a 9-point lead, but their offensive execution has gone south here in the second half. Shot it over 50% in the first half. Pettiford, right side, double teamed off the ball screen, throws it down to Jovic, goes up, shot blocked from behind by Diabate as Chandler gets off off the deck. He got knocked down, and they call the foul from Diabate coming in from behind. Mo's first.
Well, I kind of thought that might have been Garrison, the foul. Mo got all ball, it appeared to me.
3 fouls on Kentucky.
But I'm not going to argue because Brendan Garrison already has 3 fouls. So.
Jovic, a 54% shooter at the line for the first time. If he makes them both, it would tie the scores. Auburn Arena goes quiet. Free throw no good.
Get basic and fundamental here and screen out first.
Tigers shoot 76% at the stripe in SEC play. Jovic trying to salvage 1 point out of this trip for Auburn. It's good. 48-47 Kentucky. Cats need a hoop. Comes right side to Diabate. Throws it to the high post to Garrison. Garrison dribbles over to the left, passes to Owe along the left baseline, throws it out to Aberdeen. Thought about the 3, turns it down. Out to Garrison, back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen, an open 3, left of the circle, no good. And the rebound to Auburn. Kentucky can't buy one beyond the 3-point line. Hall weaving through the defense, down the lane, banks it up, no good. Ball's tapped out, Kentucky's got it. Diabate throws it ahead to Owe. Bounce pass across the lane to Aberdeen. In deep, shovel pass to Garrison, puts it up and in.
Good job. Nice passing there. Good patience.
Good assist from Aberdeen, 50-47 Kentucky. Pettiford double teamed off a screen out on the left side. Throws it down low to Jovic on the roll. Cross court pass to Hall in the right corner. Jab step. And Garrison knocks it away from him. Hall retrieves it with 12 to shoot. He dribbles out front. Hall's going to go to work against Garrison. Drives through the lane, leans in, floats up a shot that barely draws
nice
iron. It's
defense.
rebounded
Very
by
nice
Chandler.
Defense, Brendan Garrison.
Chandler throws it ahead to Aberdeen, and he'll walk it across the line.
About a timeout at least. I know everybody's pretty tired. Both teams. Might be a good time to catch Auburn a little flat defensively.
Chandler, left side, overhead pass back to Aberdeen, 10 to shoot. Aberdeen, couple of crossovers, goes left, in the lane, cut off, needs help, floats it out to Chandler, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, over to Diabate, forces up a 3, banks off, no good. Cats did not get a good shot there. Auburn running the other way. Freeman down the lane, goes right at Chandler, cuts him off, out to Pettiford. He's wide open. Missed it. Rebound tapped by Owe into the hands of Garrison. Everybody exhale.
Maybe a timeout, man. I need a break, Tom. Mark's going to call one here.
10:42 left to play. Kentucky takes the timeout. Wildcats 50. Auburn 47. And looks like they'll take this as the media timeout, I think. Full timeout. We'll be right back. Kentucky leads 50-47 on the UK Sports Network.
Stay connected to the Cats with the Big Blue Brew, the official newsletter of UK Athletics. It's free, it's daily, and it's all things Kentucky. Sign up now at ukathletics.com/Big Blue Brew. That's ukathletics.com/Big Blue Brew.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why our agents work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Isn't it time to check Shelter out? Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Unlock exclusive coverage of UK Athletics with UKSN All Access. From behind-the-scenes content to game day coverage, it's all in one place. Find it on the UK Athletics app or UKSNAllAccess.com.
Get news, blogs, and live streaming now at WLAP.com.
Kentucky 50, Auburn 47 with 10:42 to play. Both teams can't buy one here in this half. They're both 4 of 15 from the field. That's 27%. 1 3 and 7 tries for Kentucky, 1 and 4 tries for Auburn. What has happened to the Kentucky offense, Goose?
Well, I think Kentucky's getting good shots. I just think we've missed some. I mean, sometimes it boils right down to that. But it's been a good stretch of defense played by Kentucky as well. So they haven't given up enough to lose this lead either. So I like what they're doing defensively. I would like to see a shot or two fall, but you just have to keep plugging away until that happens.
Cat fans, you can help Markey Cancer Center in its fight against cancer at the next home game, which will be a week from today against Vanderbilt. Just grab a souvenir cup for a chance to win great prizes like a VIP trip to a Cats away game, a Visit Myrtle Beach vacation, or Cats merchandise. If Kentucky can get out of here with a win, it would be most likely in a two-way tie with Texas A&M for 5th place, one spot out of that double bye with 4 to play in the SEC regular season race. A&M has a 68-61 lead with about 6.5 minutes to play right now at Oklahoma.
Also, Tom, I don't want to see those turnovers start to creep up again. Kentucky had 7 turnovers about halfway through the first half. A little later than that, they still had 7 until this last 4 minutes, and now they have 10. So you have to not get into that turnover stage where you've given away opportunities to score.
Chandler, Aberdeen, Owe, Garrison, Diabate on the floor for Kentucky. Comes right side to Chandler. Chandler gives it back to Garrison straight away. Swings it left side to Aberdeen. Aberdeen backs out beyond the three-point line. Bounces it to Diabate at the high post. Diabate just holding the ball high in the air. Shot clock at 5 seconds. He hands it to Aberdeen. He's double teamed. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Going to rise up, shoot a long 3. Hit it!
Oh, man. Just like you draw it up, Tom. Just like you draw it up.
53-47. Denzel Aberdeen into double figures with his second three-point basket. Was that ever needed? Here's Hall coming to the top of the offense. Overhead pass to the left corner to Garrison, trying to drive it on Garrison. Or on Chandler. Gets it into the paint. Goes up with a 10-footer. Good.
Good defense. Sometimes offense is just a little better.
Freeman's averaged 10 a game since moving to the 6-man role. That gives him 9. 53-49. Favor the Cats. Aberdeen standing and dribbling out deep on the left side. Chandler comes to get it. Turns down the 3. Slides to his right. Would have been a contested 3. Backs out beyond the arc.
Quickness.
Bounce pass down to Garrison. 15 feet out on the right side. Garrison dribbles out front. Hands it to Chandler. Shoots off a screen. Missed it. Rebound Hall for Auburn. Two-hand pass up to Murphy, who's behind the defense, and he lays it in. Second time he's beat everybody down the floor.
He's leaking out early simply because he has confidence in his teammates that they're going to get the ball.
53-51 Kentucky. 9-10 to play in the game. Aberdeen double-teamed off the middle ball screen. Passes right side to Diabate. Diabate drives in deep, goes up, and can't get it to go, and Auburn's got it. Hall comes out with it. Tigers with the ball down 2 as we go under 9 to play. Hall jogs it down the right sideline, puts it between his legs, feeds Murphy on the pick and roll, and puts it in. Split 2 Kentucky defenders, Diabate and Chandler, to get right to the rim. That's 16 for Keyshawn Murphy. 53-53. 8th tie of the night. Timeout for Kentucky with 8:37 to play. Aberdeen got that 3 just ahead of the shot clock buzzer to push the lead to 6, but Auburn has come right back with 6 straight to tie it up. 30-second timeout, so we will keep it right here. Auburn really getting aggressive out to the perimeter. What can Kentucky do to counter?
Well, I think they are challenging at that three-point line, and sometimes you just have to be patient and make another pass. You don't want to try to create off the dribble, but make one more pass, and eventually that shot's going to open up where you have a better look. The other thing you can't do now is you cannot give up run-out baskets on the other end, and Kentucky's given up a couple of those quick offensive opportunities for Auburn.
53-53 with 8:37 to play.
Well, I still feel good about Trent Noah making a shot.
He's checked in for Chandler, and he will inbound the ball right in front of our broadcast position. Aberdeen comes to get it. They can't get it, and they have to inbound the ball to Moreno. Moreno turns and throws it back to Aberdeen now. Auburn's just really aggressive with its defense. We're going to get a foul on Kentucky. Moreno had his arms
They're
up
going to
high,
look at this because
and
Moreno, and sometimes I don't mind that. He swung his arm because the defense was reaching over his body, got his arm a little bit high, and got the defense in the face. So they will look at this, and I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if they upgrade it.
I think you're right. Kentucky just struggled to even get the ball inbounded. And then Auburn is Kentucky's missing shots and is kind of back on its heels offensively. And Auburn is seizing on that. They're just getting more and more aggressive.
Yeah, they are. And until Kentucky hurts them at the basket, they're going to continue to push Kentucky out further and further to start their offense.
Kind of the theme you were touching on in the pregame chat with Dave about just being more physically tougher and pushing back.
Yes. And Malachi has to do that at some point. So I'm only halfway upset that he did it, because you have to make sure you deliver some messages.
He was trying to keep Murphy at bay with his left arm extended, but when he extended the second time, he hit Murphy in the face. We'll see if this is upgraded to a flagrant one.
On the replay I saw, it just didn't seem like it. It seemed like some pretty good acting. Yeah, I didn't think it was after I saw the replay. It wasn't as flagrant as I thought.
So it remains a common foul, and that's 4 on Kentucky, and that's 1 on Moreno.
So perfect for Malachi. I'm really happy. He delivers the message. You come over my body, you're going to get hit. And he doesn't hurt the team with that.
And we're at a timeout now. With 8:30 to play, we'll take the break. It's 53-53. We'll be right back on the UK Sports Network.
Are you working against the clock and need metal fast? Hi, I'm Jeff Shepard. Metals Depot Express in Winchester had just what I needed to slam dunk my project. They stock thousands of shapes and sizes of steel, aluminum, stainless, brass, and more. From a handful to a truckload, Metals Depot is your one-stop shop for industrial metals. Shop online at metalsdepot.com or visit their retail store and warehouse in Winchester. Metals Depot Express. Get just what you need delivered.
Our lives are full of moments, big and small. And at Maple & J, we believe your jewelry should be there for all of it. That's why we craft each piece by hand, using precious metals made to endure all of life's demands. Timeless and tough, sentimental and chic. This everyday jewelry becomes a part of you and the memories you share with others. That's why we're proud to be the official jewelry of UK Athletics. Maple & J. Never take them off.
Just like your fingerprint, your heartbeat is unique to you. And that's how your heart care should be too. So at Baptist Health, we focus on your specific cardiac needs, from preventive care to some of the most advanced procedures. For your one-of-a-kind heart, choose the one hospital system more people trust for their heart care. Baptist Health. It's care centered on you. Visit baptisthealth.com/heartcare.
When you hear the Wildcats, you're listening to 630 WLAP.
Lost 5 straight. Kentucky has dropped 2 in a row. So both teams maybe a little tight here in the second half of a close game, Goose, and neither one of them could get the ball to go in the basket.
Yeah, and I think you're making a great point right there, because this game is so big for both teams. So both of them seem to be a little tight.
Same 5 out there for Kentucky. Auburn's ball in a tie game. Pettiford has it. Now deep on the right side. Aberdeen tracking him. Cross-court pass to Freeman. Freeman takes it down to the left baseline. Steps back. 18-footer over Moreno's no good. Picked up and put up by Murphy.
Owe's going to get foul number 4, I think.
Yep, you're right. Otega Owe picks up his 4th with 8:13 to play. Now tough call here for Mark Pope. Does he go to his bench to sub out his leading scorer? The shot was short. It was a contested shot. They're going to bring Chandler back in for Oway.
Problem is Kentucky didn't get the rebound to begin with.
Exactly.
I mean, that's where the problem was.
Shot is good. 11 offensive rebounds today for Auburn. They're back in front, and that's 17 points for Murphy. Oway goes to the bench with 4 fouls. 9th lead change of the night as Auburn has come from 9 down to go in front 54-53.
Well, they're sending everybody to the bench for some reason.
Now they're taking a look at something.
Well, I don't know if they're going to check and see if this foul was really on Oway or... I don't know for
I'm not
sure.
sure what they're looking. I didn't see any contact where it would be a flagrant one, but again, it's away from us down to the far end, and the play, there were 2 bodies between us and the basketball. So
now I'm going to ask you this. Because we saw the other night where Birmingham called in and said, no, you guys got the call wrong. So I'm just wondering if they hurt.
You're right. It's about seeing who the foul's on.
And they're still saying the foul is on 0-0.
So Ortega has 4. Auburn is a team that shoots about an average of 29 free throws per game. That is the 2nd most in the nation. This is the 19th free throw attempt of the night. They've made 14. So Ortega Oway seated on the Kentucky bench. Kentucky's leading scorer was 16 points. So an offense that was already struggling and was going to have to find a way to manufacture points without its go-to guy for a while. One more shot for Murphy. It's good.
And Kentucky obviously needs to come down and find a way to get a higher percentage shot than they've gotten the last 4 minutes.
They're down 2 after they had a 9-point lead early in the second half. Aberdeen standing and dribbling out front, trying to get Chandler open on a screen. He makes the catch. He splits 2 defenders, goes down the lane, throws it out to Noah on the right side. Back to Chandler. Chandler bounce pass to Moreno. Back to Chandler, all the way down to the baseline. Splits 2 defenders, lost the ball. It's out of bounds. Turnover, Kentucky. Chandler was trying to force his way to the basket, and he split 2 defenders and lost the ball and touched it last.
Just way too much dribbling.
Yes.
I mean, they are bringing everything back to the paint because Kentucky's made nothing from the outside. So
I'd like to see him maybe get it into Moreno. Auburn's had some trouble defending him in the first half. Overton's back in the game. He's got it out deep on the right. Passes to Murphy. Hits Overton, cutting down to the basket. Goes up and scores. 8 for Overton. Auburn by 4. 57-53. That's 10 unanswered for the Tigers. Chandler, left wing, bounce feed to Marino. Now back him down, young fella. Comes into the paint, muscles his way up, shot an off-balance shot. He didn't gather himself.
Not a good shot there.
He shot an off-balance shot. He let himself be muscled. Auburn's got it back. Pettiford, bounce pass to Hall, down to the left baseline. Working against Noah. Cross-court pass is deflected and stolen by Aberdeen. Aberdeen leads the break. Aberdeen down the lane, goes to the rim, puts it up, missed it. Rebound Diabate, puts up a shot and got fouled. Old Diabate there to get the offensive rebound for Kentucky.
Well, the defense finally gave him a transition opportunity. Haven't had many of those the second half, and you don't have the luxury of leaving Oway on the bench too long because of this little run by Auburn. So he has to get back up.
Come back in. Diabate with 2 big free throws here. Shoots 64%. And it rolls in. Thought it was going to be short, but it caught the front of the rim and crawled into the basket. 3 points for Diabate. Auburn's lead is 3 with 6:53 on the clock. Yelovich was ready to check in, but now they send him back. Oway has entered the game. Chandler's gone out. Diabate
got 2.
That's 2.
Needed that to happen in a big way.
57-55 Auburn. Pettiford brings it down the left side. Takes it all the way down to the baseline, goes under the basket, throws it out in the right corner to Hall. Hall hasn't scored in the second half, only 5 points for Auburn's leading scorer. He gets it to Murphy, hands it back to Hall. You know he wants the shot. He's got it out deep on the right side. Moreno has him on a switch. Hall going to try to drive it, kicks it to the corner to Overton. Quick closeout by Oway. Overton comes into the lane, fall away 12-footer, good.
Big time shot, good defense. Safe defense by Oway. He has to play that way.
Yeah, he couldn't get too aggressive. 59-55 Auburn. Oway, top of the circle. Tried to get into the lane, could not. Now he does. Goes to his left, banks it up and in off the glass.
Difficult.
Left hand kind of half hook shot. 18 for Oway.
High level of difficulty on that one.
59-57 Auburn. 6 minutes to play. Pettiford walks it into front court. Freeman comes to get it. Freeman brings it over to the left side. They clear out the floor, let him drive on Noah down to the baseline, pull up 10-footer, comes off no good. Noah rebounds it. Noah leads the break into the front court, pulls up as he gets to the free throw line, gives it back to Aberdeen, trailing 3, in and out, no good. Rebound Diabate out to Oway on the right side. Oway drives to the basket, gets to the rim, reverse layup, good, tie game.
Well, I love that they're now Kentucky attacking the basket. That'll open up something out on the perimeter.
Game's tied at 59, 5:28 to play. The defense started it with Trent Noah, and he got the rebound, and Oway finishes at the other end. Here's Pettiford down the lane. His pass is deflected and by Moreno. Oway's got it. Oway down the middle, over to Aberdeen, goes up, and his shot's blocked from behind by Overton.
Too late on that pass by Oway. Way too late.
He needed to give it up earlier or
and
take
get
it back. Overton in the middle of the floor. Feeds it down low to Murphy. Murphy got his back to Moreno. Wants to take him. Comes into the lane. Moreno holds his ground. Murphy turns, puts it up and in.
Nice defense. Again, better shot.
Murphy played horrible in his return to Mississippi State on Wednesday night, but he's come back with a big game. 20 for him. 61-59 Auburn. Moreno passes left side to Diabate to Oway in the corner. Oway brings it out front. Gives it over to Moreno at the top. Right side it comes to Aberdeen. Aberdeen with 9 on the shot clock. Bounce feed into Moreno. He's got Hall. You got to take him. Backing him down. Pivots. Goes up. Hall stripped the ball away and then lost it out of bounds. 2.7 on the shot clock.
Boy, Malachi looks a little winded right now, but he's just going to have to be a man about this.
Murphy out, Jovic in
there
for Auburn. 2.7 to get a shot off. Kentucky only has 1 timeout, so they can't call anything to set, or don't want to call anything to set something up. So Mark Pope has this opportunity with a stoppage to go down and say something to Noah about the play he wants. Noah will inbound the ball on the right baseline. Got to get a shot off quickly. Noah floats it into Moreno, makes the catch, goes up, got fouled.
Good look, Trent. Good look.
Pass is on Williams-Adams. That's his second.
Now it's important for Malachi to take his time. Walk away from that line.
That's what he's doing.
Walk away and stay there until they tell you to get back on the line.
And they're doing that right
Very
now.
smart. So just collect your breath here.
2-point Auburn lead with 4:26 to play. Moreno with 2 shots for the Cats. Spins it once.
Short. Front of the rim is an indication that it might be just a little winded. Walk away again.
It was dead straight.
Make you get to the free throw line.
Trying to cut the Auburn lead to 1. Free throw good. And that is 7 for Moreno.
And Brandon Garrison comes in to give him a breather.
Oway and Moreno go to the bench. 4:26 to play, so they're trying to steal a little time here with Oway, who's got those 4 fouls. So it's Aberdeen, Noah, Diabate, Chandler, and Garrison on the floor for Kentucky. 61-60 Auburn. Overton standing and dribbling out deep on the left. Gets it to Jovic at the top. He hands it to Hall. Hall guarded by Garrison on a switch. Hall.
Need a little help.
Crossover dribble. Goes right, back left, down the lane, puts it in, got fouled.
Just needed some help.
3-point play opportunity. The foul is on Diabate. That's his second. Just the 3rd basket of the night for Keyshawn Hall. And now Oway comes quickly back in for Kentucky, and Noah will go out.
Well, for offense, you know the next dead ball is going to be a timeout. So Oway can get maybe 1 opportunity here before the next break.
63-60 Auburn with 4:08 to play. Keyshawn Hall, 85% shooter. First time to the line tonight. It's good. 4-point lead for the Tigers. Denzel Aberdeen brings it up the middle of the floor as we hit the 4-minute mark. Owe comes to get it. Owe between the circles. Going to work against Overton. Two-hand pass left side to Chandler. Chandler floats it over to Owe on the right side. Comes back to his left, gets into the paint. Shots blocked. He gets it back. And a whistle and a jump ball call. Auburn's arrows. And that will get us to a timeout with 3:51 to play. This crowd is back in it at Auburn. Tigers were down 9 early in the second half. They have come back to take a 4-point lead, and they just got to stop on Kentucky, so it'll be Auburn's ball when we come back. Auburn 64, Kentucky 60 with 3:51 to play on the UK Sports Network.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Kentucky basketball once went 12 years without losing a home game. From 1943 to 1955, the Cats won a record 129 straight home games. That's a real home court advantage. And when it comes to insurance, Kentuckians enjoy a hometown advantage because Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance has agents in every county. So you've got someone close by taking care of all your insurance needs. Now that's a win. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Lexington's home of the Kentucky Wildcats is 630 WLAP.
Auburn shooting just 39% for the night, but they've hit 7 of their last 9, and they've forged a 4-point lead with 3:51 to play. 64-60 Auburn. Kentucky shooting just 29% in this half, and for the game, they're 4 of 21 at the 3-point line. Mark Pope was as hot as I've seen him in a while at the officials, Goose, and you think you know what he was talking about.
Well, I think what happened was Owe took the ball to the basket. Yes, they got a hand on the ball, but it left Owe's hand, and Owe regathered it all in one movement. So that should have been a block and another possession. And play on. So Mark was wanting them to take a look at it, was wanting them to at least consider that, but they did not. So that's probably what that was all about.
If there is a held ball, I believe Kentucky has the arrow now. We're on the same side as the official scoring table. So Kentucky will have the ball on an arrow. Kentucky has only 1 timeout remaining. If there's a foul committed by Kentucky, Auburn shoots 1 in a bonus. The Tigers still have 2 to give before Kentucky would get to shoot.
Well, Kentucky, they're in a good position right here. I know you would rather be up 4, of course, but you just have to work right now to not let the lead that Auburn has grow any. And Owe is still arguing that with the officials. Both Mark and Owe are. But to no avail. They're just not hearing that.
So it's Auburn's basketball. Owe's got to let that go. And Kentucky's got to dig in and get a stop. Moreno's back in with Chandler, Diabate, Owe, and Aberdeen. Big possession for the Kentucky defensive effort. Hall just made that big 3-point play. Goes to work on the right side, guarded by Diabate. He's back out front, feeds it down low to Murphy. He's right under the basket, throws down a dunk. They have killed him on that pick and roll.
Well, they're not handling the pick and roll. Moreno is staying out there too long. he has to release a little bit sooner.
They're trying to double the dribbler off the ball screen, and the screener rolls to the basket, and Kentucky's not defending it well. They're down 6. Aberdeen, right side, 3, good.
Yeah, needed that one in a big way. Well, you have to want this shot now. You cannot be second-guessing yourself.
66-63 Auburn. 3 minutes to play. That's 13 and 3 threes for Aberdeen. Hall's got it again on the right side. Brings it out front. Now Marino switches off on.
Needs some help.
Hall, one to work, comes into the lane, and they're going to call a foul on Marino.
Well, I still don't know that you want to switch that, because the last thing you want is Malachi out there trying to guard Keyshawn Hall. He's just too clever with the ball, and he gets to the free throw line way too often.
This is his 212th free throw attempt of the season. He's made 189, 181. 67-63. Auburn, just 2:54 to play. Hall, one more shot. Good.
Yeah, you can't switch that, Tom. It's that simple.
68-63 Auburn. 2:50 on the clock. Chandler's got it in the middle of the floor for Kentucky. Guarded by Overton. Fires it left side to Aberdeen. Aberdeen out deep on the left. Pass to Moreno straight away. Moreno dribbles over to his left. Gets it to Owe in the corner. His 3. Good.
Yeah, big time. Got those feet set for the first time tonight.
21 for Otega Owe. 68-66.
One stop.
Auburn by 2. 2:22 to play. Pettiford and Overton trade passes. Pettiford swings it right side.
3-2 zone action.
Pass down low to Williams. Adams lost the ball as he went up to shoot it. It's out of bounds to Kentucky.
That's Kentucky ball.
Kentucky, we went to the zone, and Auburn got it in deep, and then Williams-Adams went up to shoot, and the ball hit the underneath side of the backboard and went out of bounds.
Just had to get a stop. Now get a good look here.
2:10 to play as Owe walks it up. They're going to start the ball in his hands. Owe. Hall digs in. Owe goes by him. To the rim. Layup. Good. Tie game.
Boy, just a great job by Otega. I mean, I'm talking about a super job of putting the pedal to the metal at just the right time.
Just blew by Hall, went right to the rim. Murphy, top of the circle. They leave him open. He takes the 3 and hits it.
What about that?
He's now 12 of 35 on the season. He's just having one of those nights. That's 25 points.
Yeah, you got to let him have that one, don't you?
Yeah.
But he made it look easy.
Timeout taken by Auburn with 1:44 to play.
Boy, Mark just hung his head when he saw that one go through.
Murphy's just sitting there. He's wide open, but he's 11 of 34 at that point. You'll take your chances.
Yes.
You don't want Hall or Pettiford or Overton to try to create something. What a huge shot. So now with 1:44 to play, each team is down to 1 timeout. 2 massive three-point baskets for Kentucky from Aberdeen and Owe, and then Owe got the driving layup to tie it. So Kentucky now needs 3 to get tied again. That's 19 games with 20 or more points against SEC competition for Otega Owe in his 2 seasons at the University of Kentucky. That matches Antonio Reeves for the longest streak by a Kentucky player against the SEC in the last 29 years. Auburn 71, Kentucky 68, 1:44 to play in the game. Auburn shooting 1-1 on a Kentucky foul. Each team with 1 timeout, and Kentucky has the arrow.
The thing you need here, Tom, is a confident group in that blue uniform coming out on the floor out of this huddle. You need everybody on the floor to have the Otega look in their eye. You need everybody to have the look in their eye that Denzel had the last time he shot a 3. This is a confidence opportunity for Kentucky on offense. You cannot second guess anything.
Same 5 on the floor for Kentucky. 1:44 to play. Auburn is not going to pick them up in backcourt. It looks like they're just going to give it into Owe and start the offense like they did last time. Oway lets the ball roll up the floor. Now he picks it up. Comes across the midcourt line. Goes by Williams-Adams. Steps back. A three to tie. No good, but a foul on Williams-Adams. He stepped back and then tried to close out and commits the foul. 3 shots for Otega Oway. That's 5 fouls on Auburn.
You know, and because Oway so easily took the ball to the basket the last time, that's what set up that step-back opportunity for Otega.
3 shots to tie it. First one short, no good. Otega was 4 of 5 before that miss. 2 more shots. His team down 3. Only 1:38 to play. Second of 3, good. 24 points for Oway. And now for Auburn, Pettiford coming back in. Williams-Adams committed that foul, will go to the bench. Otega Oway has scored the last 6 points for Kentucky. He could cut the Auburn lead to 1 with 1:38 on the clock. Deep breath, 1 bounce. It is good.
Stayed in.
Garrison coming in for Kentucky. Moreno will go out. 71-70 Auburn. Tigers with the ball. If there's a hell ball, the Cats have the arrow with 1:38 to play. 1 timeout for each team. Pettiford brings it up into front court. Working out deep on the left side. Goes over to the right side. Pass into the post. Deflected by Garrison. Stolen by Diabate. Feed ahead to Oway. Missed it. Tapped up. And comes off. No good. Garrison had a tap at it and couldn't get it to go for the lead.
That's why you dunked that one.
Garrison.
That's why you dunk it.
Garrison deflected the pass. Kentucky had the break. Aberdeen fed it ahead to Oway. Went to the rim and missed the layup, and then Garrison had a point-blank tip try. 1 minute to play. Hall straight away, working against Oway. Goes to his right, cut off by Chandler. Spins into the lane. Chandler strips it away. Picked up by Garrison. Feeding Oway. Dunk for the lead.
Yes, dunk that thing.
Kentucky back in front. 72-71. Couple of big plays by Brandon Garrison. Grab the loose ball.
Man-to-man. Kentucky's in the man.
Pettiford out deep on the right side. 45 seconds. He gets it to Freeman beyond the arc. Freeman goes baseline. Cut off by Garrison. Comes back out. Diabate switches off on Freeman. 15 seconds. Freeman throws it out front. They're trying to get it to Pettiford. They can't. They get it down on the baseline to Murphy. Murphy, jab step. Working against Garrison. Spins into the lane. Pivots. Jump hook. Short. Rebound Kentucky. Chandler comes out with it for the Cats. Shot clock's off. 24 seconds to play and they foul Aberdeen.
Yeah, Brandon. Just make those plays. That type of play.
He held his ground. He wouldn't be moved.
And they were not going to take it out of the hands. Now, Kentucky's not in the penalty situation yet. Auburn is not. So Kentucky will have to take it out.
That's 6 fouls on Auburn. So the next one will put the Cats in the bonus. 22.9 on the clock. Pettiford at Williams-Adams back in. Oway will inbound the ball. Kentucky has a timeout if they need it.
Looked like a one-on-one situation. Aberdeen needs to get it, and he does.
Into Aberdeen, deep in backcourt. They're trying to chase him. He splits 2 defenders, and there's the foul by Overton. So with 18.8 to play, Denzel Aberdeen goes to the line for the first time tonight. 79% shooter. 72-71, Kentucky by 1. 1 and a bonus for Denzel Aberdeen. 7 fouls on Auburn. 18.8 seconds. Each team with a timeout. Held ball. Kentucky has the arrow. Aberdeen, the senior, shoots, and it rolls in.
Oh, man.
It hit the back of the rim, rolled across, and it looked like it was going to roll off, and it stayed in. 14 for Aberdeen.
Great job of staying on the line. Don't move until that ball goes through the net.
Bonus shot for a 3-point lead. Good. Clutch shots for Denzel Aberdeen. Comes into Pettiford. Pettiford sprinting down the right side. Pettiford pushes off Aberdeen, goes right for the bucket, flips up a shot, and they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, Aberdeen.
First
not a bad foul
night on Aberdeen with 14 seconds to play. It'll put Pettiford at the line for 2 shots.
He did a great job of waiting for him to get inside the 3-point line before he bodied up to him. So there's no doubt that it's not a three-point opportunity.
2 shots for Pettiford. 14 seconds to play. His team down 3. First one good. Pettiford with 8.
Got a rebound here.
Kentucky's done a really nice job on Auburn's top 3 scorers. The 3 perimeter players have 28 combined, well below their average.
But now Oway, a couple of guys jawing.
Moreno.
Oway and Overton.
Moreno has checked in.
Oway and Overton just having a little bit of conversation.
Moreno stepped between them and just pushed gently on Oway to back up. Now Kentucky trying to decide where to line up along the free throw lane.
Well, they're trying to get Oway out, but it's not Oway that's initiating everything here. I give Oway credit. He's walking away. It's Overton who is...
2-point lead for Kentucky. Free throw. Pettiford good. It's a 1-point game with 14 seconds to play.
And Denzel has to chase this ball down. I know Colin Chandler's out there as well, but I love Denzel in this situation.
Auburn face guarding Chandler and Aberdeen, who are lined up at the Auburn free throw line. Comes into Chandler. Yeah. They call a whistle and an offensive foul. And Mark Hope stomping his feet and thrusting his fist. He cannot believe this call went against his guys. They call the push off on Chandler.
Well, that's about as big of a flop as you can ever get. Well, there's no shots coming because it's an offensive foul.
Third foul on Colin Chandler. 14.3 seconds.
I don't think there's a shot coming here.
So Chandler was lined up at the left elbow in the Auburn free throw lane, and Auburn's face guarding. So he's trying to create space to get open, and they call him for the push-off. And now we get a timeout taken by Auburn. So Auburn's going to inbound the ball on the side.
Boy, what a call.
14.3 seconds.
What a call. What a call.
74-73. Kentucky leading with 14.3 seconds to play. They have one timeout left. Auburn is out.
And Tom, let me say, yes, there was contact, okay? I don't want to say that there wasn't. But at this stage of the game, with all the pushing and shoving and clearing out, everything that has happened, it's just an awful time for the official to blow the whistle. And it would be okay if you've been calling that the entire game. It would be okay. But they have not even thought about calling a guy clearing space to get open. It's just awful. And you know what's going to happen here. You're going to get Keyshawn Hall the ball in his hands.
And just try to drive it, force a foul.
Try to drive it and force a foul.
Freeman gets it into Murphy. 13 seconds. Murphy dribbles once and hands it to Hall.
Got to double it up. Double it up.
Against Garrison at the high post. Hall in trouble. Gets it over to Overton. Overton on the drive. Flips it up a shot. It's picked up, missed, and tapped in by Freeman with 1 second to go. Diabate blocked the shot, but Freeman was there to tip it. Couldn't get it to go. Or his teammate was there to tip it. It wouldn't go for Hall, and Freeman was there to follow it in with 1.1 second.
Boy, that was just an unbelievable call. I hate to go back to that, man, but yeah, to make a call, and they're going to look at that play.
Diabate blocked the shot of Overton, but the offensive rebounds or 50-50 balls have been so big in this game for Auburn, and they got one there. They got one tip at it. It wouldn't go, but Freeman right in front of the basket just tapped it right into the bucket. Looking at a couple of the Kentucky assistant coaches, what they're motioning on the play you're talking about is the Auburn player. We'll have to see this. Just going by what the Kentucky assistants here can tell from what their motions are, that they're saying the Auburn player kind of put his hand underneath Chandler and then tried to kind of get the foul call, which he did.
That's what I mean. That's a great job of acting. It was just a bad time to blow that whistle.
There was that play. 1.6 seconds at LSU. There's 1.1 here at Auburn and the Tigers.
And I thought I heard the ref say 1.2 on the clock.
That is go to 1.2. Kentucky has one timeout, but I don't know if that helps you at all. I mean, you could maybe throw it to midcourt.
No, you don't have enough time to do that.
You need 0.7 to be able to catch and shoot. So 1.2 seconds. Kentucky had a 9-point lead early in the second half, but went through a long dry spell on offense. And Auburn fought its way back in, forged a lead. Kentucky came back to tie it, go ahead. And now Auburn is up 1 with 1.2 seconds. Colin Chandler will throw the ball in like he did at LSU. They have Moreno down in the free throw lane at the other end. Noah in the left corner. 2 Auburn players back there with him. Owe at midcourt, Aberdeen at midcourt. Freeman guarding the ball. Chandler looking. Throws it way up into front court. Oh, Moreno makes the catch, but he fumbles the ball and time runs out. And he never got a shot. Murphy got a hand on it, but Moreno still had a shot to get the ball, and he just fumbled it away. He would have had an open shot off the right wing. Mark Pope walks out to midcourt, hands on hips, and I know who he wanted to say something to, and they were in striped shirts, but then he comes back to the sideline and goes through the handshake line.
They made a beeline to the locker room.
Just a brutal loss for the Wildcats. It's 3 in a row as they fall here at Auburn, 75-74. We'll be right back on the UK Sports Network.
Thinking about digging, planting a tree, putting up a fence? Hold that shovel. Before you break ground, head to Kentucky811.org or call 811. It's quick, it's free, and yup, it's the law. Submit your request online or call before you dig. Member utility pros will mark where the underground lines are. Don't risk the injury, service outages, penalties, or costly repairs. Safety is in your hands. 811 before you dig.
Sponsored by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
Hey, Kentucky fans, Billy Rutledge here. I know you do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Just like the Cats, Jack Burford Chevrolet plays to win. We're known for bringing Central Kentucky the newest technology and the latest products to make our customers' lives easier. And now we're rolling out Jack Burford's new mobile service option. We're bringing this service to you, so you don't have to put life on hold just to get your vehicle back on the road. From the showroom to your driveway, we're proud to serve Big Blue Nation with honest deals and dependable service. Jack Burford Chevrolet. We're bringing the service straight to you.
Kentucky basketball once went 12 years without losing a home game. From 1943 to 1955, the Cats won a record 129 straight home games. That's a real home court advantage. And when it comes to insurance, Kentuckians enjoy a hometown advantage because Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance has agents in every county. So you've got someone close by taking care of all your insurance needs. Now that's a win. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of instant cash. Play the Big Bill games from the Kentucky Lottery. Fill your wallet with chances to win prizes up to $500,000. With scratch-offs like Lincoln, Jefferson, and Jackson. Or tap into instant excitement with Barks Triple Play online. Big bills mean big thrills. Play at your local Kentucky Lottery retailer or online today. Visit kylottery.com for game details. Please play responsibly, Kentucky. Remember, it's just a game.
Hey, Wildcat fans! Little Caesars, the home of hot and ready pizza, invites you to try our world-famous Crazy Bread with crazy sauce, Caesar wings, Italian cheese bread, and our new cookie dough brownie dessert. At Little Caesars, we begin each day with dough made fresh from scratch, fresh, never frozen cheese, and the tastiest toppings. Little Caesars is also a proud partner of UK Athletics and an enthusiastic member of Big Blue Nation. So go, Cats!
Pizza.
The Kentucky Office of Highway Safety reminds you to play it safe behind the wheel. Always buckle up and put your phone down. Be safe, Kentucky.
Auburn defeats Kentucky 75-74. The Tigers end their 5-game losing streak, coming from 9 down early in the second half. First time Kentucky's lost this season when it led at halftime. And Goose, this was just a brutal beat for the Wildcats. They had come from behind to go ahead 74-71. And then Pettiford drove down, got fouled, hit 2. Kentucky's inbounding the ball. Colin Chandler and Otega Owe at the free throw line, or Aberdeen at the free throw line. Owe inbounding the ball. And the Auburn player, it appeared, hooked his arm under Chandler's and flopped, and they got the foul, the push off on Chandler, and gives the ball to Auburn, and Diabate blocks the shot by Overton, but Freeman tips in the miss, and Auburn wins it by 1.
Yeah, everything that had to happen for Kentucky to lose this one happened, and there was a big time help coming from on that call. And again, I'm not saying there wasn't contact, and I haven't seen the replay, so I really can't comment on it, but I have watched the rest of the game. And there have been guys clearing out. I'm talking about pushing with 2 hands to clear out space to get open. I was ready to blow the whistle a couple of times, and it happened with both teams, so don't get me wrong. But if you're not going to call that kind of play during the course of the game, you can't call it right there. You just cannot. So it's a tough one. Fact of the matter is, Kentucky should have gotten the defensive rebound to begin with to take that away from them. So some of it falls on them. But, man, it's just really, really difficult to lose a game like that.
For Kentucky, Otega Owe, a career high of 29 points, and he was tremendous down the stretch for the Wildcats. 11 of 20 from the field, 6 of 8 at the line, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. But it wasn't enough for Kentucky to get the win tonight. 15 for Aberdeen, 10 for Chandler, who settled with foul trouble, was limited to 25 minutes and 19 seconds tonight. 7 points for Moreno, 5 points for Yelovich, 4 for Garrison, 4 for Diabate. Johnson and Noah played, neither scored. For Auburn, they had 4 guys in double figures, led by Keyshawn Murphy with 25. He was tremendous. His 3-point basket was huge. After the game had been tied at 68, he hit a 3 at the other end when Kentucky left him open, trying to defend the better Auburn offensive players. And Murphy, not a good 3-point shooter, hit it. And he had finished with 10 rebounds as well. 11 for Freeman, 10 each for Hall and for Overton. So just Kentucky did what it needed to do defensively. Goose and those 3 guys that are the big scorers for Auburn. But Murphy has a career game, and Kentucky had a few too many turnovers and let Auburn get a few too many second chances.
Yeah, 14 assists, 14 turnovers. That's a bad ratio again, and I think Mark will talk about that after the game. Kentucky did a good job for a long time protecting the ball. They had 7 turnovers early, but they did a good job of protecting it. But, you just can't give a team on its home floor that many extra opportunities.
Get to Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance UK Defensive Player of the Game. Who gets it?
I thought Denzel played really good defense on Pettiford and whoever else was at that point guard spot, at the guard spot. I thought he did a really good job, especially not being 100% healthy. He just came at him on both ends. So I think Denzel will be the defensive player of the game.
Yeah, Pettiford, the Auburn point guard, 2 for 9 with 5 turnovers. UK Defensive Player of the Game presented by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment. This is Wildcat Wrap-Up. It's presented by New Vista. Auburn wins 75-74. We'll be right back on the UK Sports Network.
With the money they saved and earned by enrolling in LG&E and KU's new energy efficiency programs like online marketplace and bring your own thermostat, Frank was able to buy a pygmy goat. Sheila got bagpipes. Harry bought 10 pounds of Monk's Head cheese. Christy learned the Watusi and the Macarena. And Bruce, he bought a bicycle. Because he's just out there. Sign up now to earn money and save for whatever you're into. Visit lge-ku.com/save.
Oh, did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you. We're your shield. We are your shelter.
Discover experiences that truly move you. Spectacular nature and authentic bluegrass music captivate you. Legendary horses and world-renowned bourbon wow you. Visit KentuckyTourism.com to find what moves you in our new Kentucky home.
Hey, Wildcat fans! Little Caesars, the home of hot and ready pizza, invites you to try our world-famous crazy bread with crazy sauce, Caesar wings, Italian cheese bread, and our new cookie dough brownie dessert. At Little Caesars, we begin each day with dough made fresh from scratch, fresh, never frozen cheese, and the tastiest toppings. Little Caesars is also a proud partner of UK Athletics and an enthusiastic member of Big Blue Nation. So go, Cats!
Pizza. Yingling Traditional Lager, a beer that, like true legends, stands the test of time. Brewed by the same family for nearly 200 years, it's a crisp amber lager with a bold, smooth flavor that's perfect for game day. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching from your favorite bar, Yingling is the taste of tradition. Yingling, legends stand the test of time.
Thinking about digging, planting a tree, putting up a fence? Hold that shovel. Before you break ground, head to Kentucky811.org or call 811. It's quick, it's free, and yup, it's the law. Submit your request online or call before you dig. Member Utility Pros will mark where the underground lines are. Don't risk the injury, service outages, penalties, or costly repairs. Safety is in your hands. 811 before you dig.
Sponsored by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
This is Wildcat Wrap-Up, presented by New Vista on the UK Sports Network.
This is Kentucky's team.
A look back at the action, along with comments from players and Coach Mark Pope.
Welcome back into our UK Network studios. Dave Baker here with you as we wrap it up after the Cats lose a heartbreaker 75-74 down at Auburn. Jack Gibbons with us quickly before he goes back to get our player of the game. Jack, a lot of people, I was one. I think a lot of people, even though he had 28 the other night, questioned the play of Otega Owe down the stretch. Mark Pope questioned a little bit and kind of challenged him. And boy, he responded in a big way tonight.
Yeah, no question. And Owe tonight. I mean, he played obviously extremely well. He's not going to want to talk about his numbers. He is just, I know he's really disappointed and upset about this loss. And they are waving at me, Dave, and saying I need to get Owe now if I'm going to get him. So I'm going to back out.
You go. And,
thank you, brother.
All right, buddy. We'll hear from you soon. Let me go ahead and go over the box score as I have it here in front of me. I'm just trying to get the right place. So for Kentucky, Owe, 29 points, 11 of 20 from the field, 1 of 3 from outside the arc, 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, just 2 turnovers, 4 fouls in 35 minutes. Even with the injuries and everything, I think if you're looking at this from a Kentucky perspective, you get those kind of numbers from Otega Owe, and you think you are going to come away with a win most every time. Denzel Aberdeen, Apparently, he's been sick this week since Tuesday night, and I saw him coughing several times during the game and everything. And he had 15 points in 38 minutes. He was out there virtually the whole time. 5 of 14 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, hit both of his free throws, 3 assists, just 1 turnover. He played more than anybody tonight for Kentucky. Again, 38 minutes. Andrea Jelovic had 5 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 3-pointers, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover in 13 minutes. Colin Chandler, he knocked some down early, but I got to tell you, I'm surprised as I look at the stat sheet and see that he only got 8 shots. Now, he made some great plays. Played hard again. 10 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 6 from outside the arc, hit all 3 of his free throws, 3 rebounds, 4 assists.